Where are you?
Where you live, ma'am? Where you live?
Tell him where you are.
Brampton Trelawney.
Who is your member of parliament?
Darimpo Philbert.
You ever seek to have a dialogue with her as any time or the councillor?
We've not seen any one of them. Neither of them is coming in through in the community.
Well,
they have offices. Don't they have constituency offices?
You need to seek an audience with one of them.
Tell him when their son will get water. How many years from now?
Let the lady talk serious.
Works in the water commission. Say as far as he sees, we're not getting back water until the next 3 years.
Okay, that's all like foolishness when you are saying this. Nothing can
I'm also on PMP water commission man.
They could have chance, please. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Explain to Carl.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hold on. Good afternoon, everyone. They do not chance, please. Good afternoon. Trish. The Prime Minister, your member of Parliament, is holding a function in your constituency right now as we speak. Do you know what it's about?
I don't hear what you're saying.
The Prime Minister and your member of Parliament is in your constituency right now.
And the Governor General
function. Do you know what it's about?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. So right there, so you forfeit even your cry. But let me even go even further with you. So you said since the hurricane that this had happened, right? You said since the hurricane this had happened.
What was the water situation there like before the hurricane?
There was water. That's what she said. Since the hurricane, they don't get no water. There was water. Now we understand that this is a Category 5 hurricane, and if they had recorded Category 6, it would probably there or even more. What am I saying? The damages are widespread and very costly. You not receiving water since this situation is nothing compared to people like who lives in communities like Mason Hall for over 250 years. They never have water. They never have potable water.
But the community,
hold on, guys. Hold on, man. Guys, hold on, man.
Hold on. Let's stop you. I said, some quick I tell you. Anybody have a contact with Tula, contact him now. I'm making company live. If you can contact him. Tula, you come from there. Thank you.
Okay. I won't be staying long.
Yeah, Philippe, you can send him you can send Tula an invitation.
Yeah, I will send him it. But what I'm saying is this lady wants the MP or somebody to advocate on her behalf because that's what they would do, right? Because you said that you went there and they say you won't be getting it back until 3 years. So what you're really asking for is advocacy to get it back earlier than 3 years.
Philippians, may I have to stop you? Wait, Philippians.
That's what you're asking.
Philippians, hold on, may I have to stop you? Because when I tell you it's no joke. Mr. Holness, Matthew Samuda, and her MP is in her constituency now at a meeting and she doesn't even know what the meeting is about, but she's here lamenting a complaint. It's really ridiculous if you ask me.
Shavi, this is our 6th month, my brother. 6 on the storm blow, the people in front of the water.
Sea breeze. The water minister, the member of parliament, and the prime minister is there in that constituency right now.
I'm not arguing, brother. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just.
Sea breeze. The point I'm making is that you all are uninformed, and just straight up political and don't care.
Sorry, please. I'm not going on that further.
The authorities responsible for the thing that you're complaining about is in the community. No.
Just calm down.
That's the point.
Just calm down. Then that's fine. Just calm down, man. Relax, man. We're not argue, bro. I'm gonna send some money if she gets some water in a bit, man. Just calm down, man. Just send water.
We're not careful about that. We're not careful.
What make nice for?
So the point of you bringing that argument.
What was
the point of you bringing that argument?
Guys,
addressed right now, and you come over here to cry down the place and we are telling you say, oh, no make no sense in that cry. Can make sure me ask you if you don't know what the function about, you say no.
I met the Chavi, you wanna speak to the lady?
I mean mute a little bit. Hold on. You see, I want to propaganda spread, you know. And we're an idiot. I am not going to say that this lady no have a challenge. But now I say that. That's not what I say. But it does seems like this lady wants to know Nothing. Because if she did interested for no thing, she would know the Prime Minister, the Water Minister, and a Member of Parliament is in the community as we speak. So you need to see my simple argument to you, or referral to you, is to seek an ardent with your Member of Parliament and your councillor to see how best they can make representation on your behalf. Go ahead, finish up now, Travis.
The point is very clear, Seabreeze.
No, you and the lady can have a one-to-one. Trisha can
Seabreeze.
yeah, go on. Yeah.
Calm down. You say you're not argue. So listen.
Down to give
I'm saying to you and I'm saying to the lady, yeah, who's listening through your end,
Yeah.
that you guys clearly don't have no regard for the truth or information and don't really have an interest in what's happening. You just want to complain. Because the very issue you're lamenting here, I can confirm the Water Minister, the Prime Minister, and the Member of Parliament is in your constituency right now.
Shabi, this lady, right? Let me tell you now. Let me just speak 1 minute. This lady is a
Virgin.
Hold on, just 1 minute.
Sorry, you have the Water Minister in your constituency.
Just Shabi, 2 minutes.
Let's hear. Let's hear. Let's hear.
No, man, no. It's the Water Minister. Sir, hold on.
Everybody attack one child. That sounds good.
And one love.
You don't want to listen to the lady speak and then you can dissect it.
Let him speak, because when they speak, we hear what their growth is and we give the correct information. Just like how he did one talk before, like he's doing now, and people say no, and I say let him talk, then they say something, and then we provide the information.
Trish.
And Nancy request one back to one talk.
Explain the situation again. And make these guys know, because I'm on a JLP platform. And you know, say communities, all JLP people live there, and all of you people are JLP. Just highlight that.
You don't need to hear that.
Please, because them things say you tell lie.
I just want to ask a question there.
Hold on, listen, just listen.
May I try to talk all this time? Let me talk.
Everybody cannot talk at the same
Everything
time.
gonna put politics.
Everybody can't talk at the same time. Can we just be patient?
Classic. You're up here. Help me to mute some of these people, man. Help me to mute some people, man. Please and thanks. Everybody attack one time. Who is on the floor?
Can the lady talk now?
No, she and Travis did attack. Or she and Classic did attack.
Mama just say this quickly. If you have a problem with water, and the Water Minister is in your constituency, what you should be asking, where in the constituency I can find him? The Prime Minister is also there. Your MP is there. Why you come up here so can complain about something when you could have got to a person who is responsible for that ministry? You're not going up there looking at somebody and talking to somebody, man. I think of the easy for that, you know. On to them people, man.
Classic, beg a 2 second classic. Classic. I want to make the clarification that nobody is saying that this lady is lying. So she brings you out of line to say that. Nobody does say she is lying.
Tabi, you just says to me because of this politics. You say me a PMP.
Yo, you know what
I'm saying to you, right? Hold on. Trish, speak to the people. Speak again. Let them explain to them who you vote for.
That's not addressing the lie, the claim of lies.
And what the community is all about.
You did not address the claim of lies. You say we have to see a lies.
Yo, let me tell you something. You see, poverty is a curse. And you see black people now, we as black, we need to stop it. We need to stop exploit with poor brother and sister. See, Breeze, you say if you look somebody, you know, if you come on TikTok, take the inbox, you know, promotion for inbox. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, you know. People are frightened over English pound and US dollar again in Jamaica, brother. You try to exploit people. If the woman want water, you help the woman by alone water one tank. You don't need to come on TikTok, come tell me that. We don't need to know that if I put call me now this your program, if I pussy you look, stay off a TikTok brother and inbox people.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about, you know, Seabreeze.
Money for
Sea
water.
breeze.
What-
One love, one love, one love, one love, one
So,
love.
and then the
One
accused
love.
people are telling lies.
Travis. Hold on. One love. Me mute you.
Hold on. I've never
Confine your language.
I've never seen one love like
Confine
this.
your
No,
language,
hold on,
please.
Carl, hold on, because I've never seen one love like this.
Classic. Take
But
me down
I-
and put
I
up.
realize that this
what
man up
2 lakhs.
here, Seabreeze, has been telling a lot of lies and bringing politics.
2 lakhs right away. You want to take down one of
2
them,
lakhs
2
is
lakhs
here?
right away. Right
No,
away.
when make him send the
2
request
lakhs
now.
come up. No, I can invite him. without
Leave
it.
one love and take me down. Come in and go get a chance, you know, because all of the big gunners them there. But me just want to ask a question, but if me can't get the
No,
chance, me can just
stop.
take me down.
DB. DB, stop the foolishness and stay away there, man.
When I say that, I don't want to interrupt the big gunners them. When them they here with them information, me give them a chance. That's what I mean.
Sorry, Carl, okay?
But then we can just ask a question and you take me down.
I'm trying to highlight what the lady is saying on the phone.
Seabreeze, hold on the Seabreeze. Where is that community again? Me know the name, but me just want to have an idea exactly where the community is. Is it on the Low River Division? Larmas Division? I mean,
please. 2 lakhs is in the box now. 2 lakhs is in the box. He's from the constituency, and I would like the lady to tell him where she having problem with the water.
All right, can you quiet then and she explain it? Can you just go quiet, please? Let me she explain.
Yeah, just take me down and make
Explain again the situation again.
After the storm, we have no water. No water truck no come round or nothing. We hear nothing from our MP nor our councillor. And the community is majority of the community are JLP peoples.
Excuse me, miss, that has nothing to do with you.
Well, no, because you
everybody deserves
allow
water.
2 lakhs to vet.
No, make she express. Make she talk. Which community? What is the name of the community again? Remind us of the community.
Give them the name of the community.
Remind us of the community.
Give them the name of the community. Because maybe they can help. Maybe they can send some help over there.
Brampton Tulane is under Southern.
Brampton Chilani. Southern.
Brampton. Good afternoon, everyone. Brampton, I think is a good afternoon, everyone.
MP is director.
Miss Darren is the MP. If you can get some water for them people over 6 months from the storm gone and then no water, please. I just that all and get the news out there. If my water truck to go in the community. Get all the politics. Just go and speak.
All right, who's supposed to speak? 2 lakh? Your afternoon, 2 lakh. Make a presentation, please.
You guys hearing me? Good.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, you get the information, 2 lakhs.
Yeah. I hear her say you're from Brampton, miss.
Trish, are you hearing?
No, I'm not hear what I'm saying.
Speak again.
You're from Brampton?
Yes, Brampton.
Okay, you're in my division. You haven't had any water at all, because I know that there's a water project going on in the surrounding, you know.
No.
And that's taking water up to Westwood, Stewart Town, and it should cover Brampton as well, because there was absolutely no pipe water in Jackson Town.
We have to buy water or wait until rain falls.
Okay, over the years, Brampton had running pipe water over the years?
Yes, we had water before the storm. We had running water.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna consult with the member of parliament or the parish council.
Brampton is not far from Jackson Town, okay?
I know you don't need to tell me where Brampton is. Trelawney is my place.
Really? Okay. Well, me know Trelawney is my place too, so I'm just trying to.
No, that's where I was born. I was born in Trelawney. So
I was born in Falmouth Hospital too, so we are from there. So it's good, you know.
Born at Ulster Spring Hospital.
All right.
I bet you didn't know that there was a hospital there.
All right.
You know there was a hospital in Ulster Spring?
Yes, but Mr. Mabana, I want to Falmouth.
Okay. All right. Trelawney, even though we have one of the highest level of rainfall in the island, right?
Yeah.
What happens is that most of our water travel underground. So rain will just fall and the place get dry right after that, moments later, because it have a precast limestone petrography. You understand? And the water, it's like a green desert in Trelawney, because it's on the buffer zone of the cockpit country. So we would seem like we have water crisis from time to time. However, it's been a long time since the Water Commission of Jamaica should have properly piped out southern Trelawney on a whole, right? Now, recent measures have been taken in regards to putting in pipes in Trelawney. You understand? There was a major project going on in Jacksontown. I noticed that the pipes are covered. I don't know if they turn on the pipe main yet. You understand? It brings water to the high school that my daughter goes, Westwood High School. There has always been an up and down when it comes to water in Trelawney. However, I can tell you that's a situation that has been addressed. My problem is that the people who is working for government, they're constantly negligent on their jobs. So we can't always point things to the members of parliament. It's a matter of the people who gets the contract to carry out the jobs and the people who works in the offices. Now, when we come on platform and call for particular members of parliament, we have councillors and we have people in our community where we can actually talk to, where we have community groups and stuff like those. Understand? So it looks really ferocious to actually just come on the platform to try to discriminate people in regards to say something that there are people who are working, who are getting a monthly pay from the government to do a job that they're not carrying out. Okay?
And this the pump we used to pump water to the community is controlled like Farmtown, Betheltown, most are like on the other side, like Discovery Bay, most of them areas. So most of the area got no water like Farmtown, Betheltown.
Discovery Bay, Farmtown, Betheltown, that's in St. Anne's, sir.
Up in a St. Anne, yeah, St. Anne, yeah. Like
that is in St. Anne's. That's not Trelawney. That have nothing to do with Trelawney,
no,
sir.
River. Let me explain to you, brother. Let me explain to you. The river, you know Darnat River? You know where Darnat River is?
Yes, I know Darnat River.
Well, Darnat River control the same community what the lady is talking about, and like Farmtown, Betheltown, and them areas. Because the river is just below Farmtown and Betheltown.
No, the river is across. The river is in the border of St. Anne's and Trelawney.
Right. So the river go out in a Bengal bridge, right? You end up out in a Bengal bridge. So it's coming from Stratton. The head of the river is up at Stratton where the head is, right?
Yes.
And it come out down a braco out a panel.
Rayo Bueno.
Right. Where we call out this a panel out of the bridge, right? It come under the bridge.
Yes.
Right? Thank you. Well, that's the river me start. That's the river where the water come from to go into other.
Yes. Sir, that river travels from South Trelawney, from Kwashi River Sink.
Kwashi?
Yes, Kwashi River Sink. You know that river?
I don't know that river. I know that we used to go to the end of the river where the water come out of the rock up in Stratton.
Well, I'm telling you where it comes from.
You talk about Westwood High School?
Yes.
It's coming from up in that Stratton, up that area there.
I know that, sir. I know all of the river landline in Trelawney.
Is that geography class?
Well, anyway.
Can I come in now, moderator?
Just highlight something.
Just a clarification. I want clarity.
Yes,
anyway,
yes,
all right. Thank you, Tulax. I was the one who suggested that somebody called.
What are they correcting the doc? So the long and short Tulax. Let me hear your final recommendation or final what you're supposed to do.
We don't reach the number later. Can I go ask him some question that might spur something else? So you probably shall wait until I finish. Anyway, go on. Go ahead. You wait.
Okay.
Yeah, you next. But I want him to tell us the final.
What happened is that now. What happened is that, as I was saying, in regards to the way water travels in Trelawney, if you guys are familiar with Fremantle, there's a river stream that comes from that region, which is known as the Kwashi River.
Tulak, hold on there. May I beg you, please, cut out the semantic and get to the...
No, stop the man. Stop the man. Keep talking, man. Stop each other too much. Waste a lot of time stopping each other.
He already explained everything thoroughly. You asked for him to go over what he said.
No. May I ask him for
and
just
he's not doing it. What kind of
stopping each other and wasting time.
I think what he said was clear, concise, to the point. It was easy.
No, the recommendation is what? The recommendation to her is...
Mr. Lewis, hold on. Having listened to the conversation for a while now, right? It is clear what the issue is. There's no water in their pipes. Water is there. The issue is paying for it. If you listen to the lady, we have to pay for water. We have to pay for water. We have to pay for... Right? That's where the issue is. We have to pay for water. So, as Tulax mentioned, I'm going to talk to some people and there's a water project going on, so hopefully they can get them some water. He said that already. He said it.
Okay.
He said that already.
All right. Carl, the quickest fix is that he can send her £400. That can buy her a 400 gallon tank and full it of water to her 3 times.
It's not she alone living in the community, brother. It's not just she alone living there.
That's your concern about it.
Come on, man. Stop being.
I know Brampton. I know the ins and outs of Brampton, sir.
Right. So it's not one person here. So he's telling you to send one.
No, listen. Let me tell you something, Mr.
I blame for the over 60 years
hold on.
not having any water in my pipe.
Let me tell you something.
I don't even have water in the community. Who I blame?
Okay, miss.
Please.
In regards to how long there is no water in regions in
No, not. I know you may have.
Philippian, mute Philippian.
Okay. What happened is that now, right? In South Trelawney, right? There's a lot of water, as I explained to you guys. I think I think Trelawney, the cockpit country is responsible for about, say, 40% of the water in the island. And in the western side, the cockpit country is responsible for practically all of the water in the west, about 90%. You understand? Because from the cockpit country runs Great River, Black River, Rio Bueno, Martha Bray, and other small streams. Now, Trelawney in particular, where she is, Brampton, there were major pipelines that was running regions like those because it was a cane farming area. You understand?
Where?
Now that Langpan, Brampton, Duansville, Barnstable, Jacksontown, the whole length of Hampshire Lane, right through Clarkstown, go towards Duncan, Spice Hill. You want me to tell you all the places?
One month of farming.
That don't necessarily continue.
It's not lot of anyway, go on.
Sir, there was a time when they would turn on a main pipe in the cane fields when it comes to drought times like these to water the canes.
In which in where?
Brampton.
Never see that in my life. Never see that in my life.
Jacksontown.
And Barnstable don't go much. Hold on. I never see that in my life growing up in Brampton, Jacksontown, Trelawney, Clarkstown, nowhere. If I see they don't got water in a pipe in a sprinkler kid. Never seen it. I don't know.
Jacksontown, well, I am telling you, sir.
But anyway, let me say this to you. Say this to say that, right? Let me say, come just talk to somebody else. They got water is in Clarkstown, water is in Jacksontown, water is in Barnstable. Okay? Because that's a different pump. That's a different area. The pump will pump the water to Brampton, as I said, that Darnat River. That pump break down, mash up in the storm, and that pump not been fixed since. So that community cannot get no water because that pump is not working. I spoke to the guy who work at the pump house. And he's telling me, this is the same guy who said maybe it's over 3 years before they fix this pump. And not even one what. That's all she's saying. That's all she's saying.
Okay. All right. The other thing.
And stop the nice.
So if
send me money. Water did you just have to pay for?
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Please, just hold on. If you don't fix pump for 6 months, and you don't send a water truck. All right.
That is what we want. That is what we want for you. That is what we want for you. Water is there, just send the money. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Water is there.
Carl, don't put word on my mouth. I never say water is there. Water is not in the community. I'm calling some other place. Jacksontown, Clarkstown is not Brampton.
Seabreeze. Hold on, guys. Maybe Seabreeze do so much talking, you don't remember what he said. You tell us that you're going to send the money to buy the water.
I'm not
you tell us also, say you're not England, you're Jamaica. Then you go back to
stop
England.
from dive and joke. It's not conversation. Stop it, man.
Send the money.
The money is a different situation. The money is a different situation.
Send the money to buy
That's a different situation. That's irresponsible of you.
Yeah, the long and short of all of this, includes in this the part
try
of
get in touch with it.
Water is here. Seabreeze. Yeah. Seabreeze. Just stop talk.
Go on, Carl.
Send the money. Send the money. Water is here, but you have to pay for it as a 2 lakhs. Simple. Make we move on. Paul.
Hold on, man. Hold on. You can't move on like that. Hold on, please.
Panic in the dot.
Carl, just hear me out, Carl. I'm here come up. Hear me out. Me just say to you, say, if me send the money, Carl, right? That still doesn't say water come back in the community in the pipe them. You understand me? If I send water to the one lady now, that mean
but we are set to you. Say, as it is now, there's a challenge there. That is what 2 lakh others are set to you. There's a challenge right here now. So you just have to continue for buy water. Sometime you buy it, sometime the MP I go pay for it, sometime the council I go pay for it.
He can tell you since this time come, not one water.
Carl, we can move on, man. We
move on. Yeah,
Seabreeze. Be quiet, Seabreeze. Carl.
Shut up, man.
Let me say this to you, Carl. Let me say this to you, Carl. There's I think it's around about $5 billion water project that will be started in the North Trelawney area that will provide water to that area there, going down to Montego Bay. I think it reaches as far as Hanover. These things don't happen in the snap of a finger.
Sir, the Trelawney water projects that is going, sir. It covers North and South Trelawney. There's an ongoing one in South Trelawney, southeastern, northeastern, and south, like real South Trelawney, go to Litchfield, wait a bit, all those places. There's a major water project that is currently happening. You understand? What I think there's a plan for a major reservoir in that region, because that's what I was getting to. We've had the same reservoir since umpteen years ago, right? In regards to the water pump, right? If there's a water pump that's been damaged and it's not fixed as yet in Trelawney, right? Okay. What happened is that there are persons that works at the Water Commission, and Mr. Seabreeze, I want you to come on a platform and be honest about situation, sir. We are people.
Well, him not go do that, you know. So him not go do that. You want no 2 lakh.
No. Just let me finish, sir.
Yeah, you have to wrap up the part of conversation.
Yes,
please.
that's what I'm doing. Regardless of which government is running the country, right? We must always remember that there are people in different sectors doing work that are being paid by the government, our tax dollars. You understand? No, we can't call for the government to fire and replace those people. You
Exactly,
understand?
and I'm
What we would love to
and
say is
I'm
that the government need to have those people removed and replace them with working minds, sturdy minds who are not politically based.
All right.
So,
Connecting
ma'am,
the dot. Come in.
I am going to make a
Connecting the dot.
contact in regards to Miss from Brampton. I am going to make a contact to find out what the water cycle is like in Brampton, and I am going to try and get it addressed for you.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best.
Connecting the dot. Connecting the dot.
That's the
Come
best.
in.
You need to control the program. Look, I am not going to
Thank you
speak. That's what it is. Speaking, not going to speak.
Connecting
If
the
another
dot.
person is
You
speaking,
alone
I am not
speak
going to
now.
speak.
Connecting
So you
the
need to
dot.
control. You need to control the people who are attacked. I don't speak over people.
Come in.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm saying to you that when somebody is talking, I am not going to speak. That's confusion. Right?
I don't like it either.
No, I don't talk about people. Anyway, you know what I find curious? Very curious? That this lady could only gain access to a TikTok live through a PMP box. And she's saying that is mostly labor right in that community, that Brampton community. What I want you to do, Tulak, is to, I don't know if it doesn't appear to me that you are 100% sure if there was a water problem there before the hurricane. You need to find that out in the Brampton community.
I'll be finding that out.
You need to find that out definitively and come back on the live and tell us. I am for truth, you know. And if she's having problems with water, it must be corrected. Right? But I don't like lies and dishonesty. She told us earlier before you came, Tulak, that the water commission told her that it's going to take her 3 years before she get pipe water. Nothing can go so. Because there's an ongoing water project in all over Jamaica. All over Jamaica, water projects are going on. And in after 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
What project that was going on was in Jacksontown and not Brampton. And Jacksontown have their one pump house.
So maybe it's a PMP man now, water commission I tell you that. That's all they do now. They pack up with PMP people there. I tell you what kind of foolishness.
Listen, the lady is listen to the lady because you're not there where she is. So listen.
No, we listen a long time, you know. You must keep quiet now. I have been listening for a long time. I want to talk to when you guys were talking.
All right.
Right? Anyway, if the community is lacking in water, it must be fixed. And it doesn't matter if it's labor or PMP, as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on. See, mute your mic, please and thanks. Tulak, please mute your mic and allow connecting to his time.
I stop here and I muted my mic and I listen to everybody.
Please.
So it's my time now to speak and you should all listen and show respect.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You should all show respect.
Mr. Seabridge, please mute your mic. Thank you.
Anyway, what I also found curious is when the young lady was asked if she's aware that the Governor General, the Prime Minister, or a Member of Parliament, the Minister of Water, and I have no doubt our councillor, if that group of the councillor must be there, is at a meeting in her constituency now, planting 30,000 trees. So some project we plant 30,000 trees. And she said, no, all she was saying is that she's not in her councillor, she's not in her Member of Parliament. They all have offices. And they have office days where you can go there, go speak to the office to them. I remember Parliament is in the office and specific day. Go down and find out. I get a number and call them. Don't just sit down and say because they can't visit everybody, all the communities. So you need the water, step out here in faith and get your water and get your representation and ask questions. Don't just come on that live to try that. I am getting the impression that the motive is to spread propaganda. You don't really want, you're not so much interested in getting representation. If you were, you'd have to find the office. I have to find my MP office. And then that's why they passes and they need a funeral assistance or something. I go find the office and the person there. I go there, drive me car, go park and wait for them till they come. So don't be the first if you come public with things. Go check it out, find out what you can, how it can be dealt with. And go to they have offices. I don't know about the council, but all members of Parliament on both sides, members of Parliament, have their offices in their constituencies. All right? Respect, that's where I land.
My brother connecting. My brother connecting.
Paul, Paul is the next person. Paul,
Yeah, I'm going to listen to you. I want to ask you a
come in,
question,
Paul.
though, Carl. I want to ask you a question. Who is the moderator?
Relax.
No. Who's the moderator? It's the disrespect that is going on in the chat that I make me call your attention for.
Yeah, man, I'm mute. I just blocked somebody a while ago. Me see it, I just blocked somebody a while ago. I just blocked somebody.
Thank you.
Yeah, me see it. Yeah, man. Paul, your time. Dancy there a long time now. Paul?
Can I come in now?
Yeah, all right. Dancy, come in, Dancy. You're there for a while now. Yeah.
I respect Uncle Carl.
No,
it was very hard and painful for me to listen to all of that diatribe that was being spewed just now. It really hurt my heart because I said, how is it that somebody can come and they're highlighting a plight and then everybody's going to pile on and make it political? The lady simply is stating that there's no running water in the pipes post Melissa. So how is she a villain? I don't get it. You know what I mean? You all are making her a villain. You're trying to say that she's being political.
Nobody said, no one.
Lord have mercy.
Let him finish, Philippian.
No, but he cannot come here and blatantly lie.
Yeah, but just let him finish.
How can it be a lie? That's how I perceive it.
Show the woman under the bus.
You cannot tell me what I perceive, Miss Philippian. This is how I perceive it. You guys are making her out.
Your perception is wrong.
All of you guys are making her out to be a villain, and she's just highlighting a plight. How is that? I'm gonna get on to do that. And somebody, and then the speaker before me, connecting, was finding some curiosity about stuff like. And I mean, what is so curious? There's no running. She said there was water in the pipes before Melissa. After Melissa, no water. And she went to the commission. The commission said, well, based on whatever, 3 years we were looking at. And I'm saying to myself, that is curious. That is incredulous to me that the commission would allow a pump to sit for 3 years before it is repaired. That's crazy. So
all right, hold it there's a little Nancy. Philippian, you want him to talk a while ago, so make a contribution, Philippian.
He's coming here with a bag of bull. I don't know what we came to a solution, so I don't know why he's coming here back talking about we making her a villain and what. Listen, these people, they focus on problems, so you can bring up 1,000 solutions. They will come back and go back to problems and find new problems to add on problems. You know, they so past this one gone. Sir, what are you up in the box about now?
Question, what was your solution that you put forward?
We are a team here. We came up.
What was the solution you put forward, Ms. Philippian?
My team member put forward solutions. What did you come up with?
What was the solution?
What did you come up with? What did you
Please, I didn't hear a solution, so I'm asking you to articulate what the solution was.
Miss.
Okay.
Carl, you're going to allow her to disrespect me like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Miss.
Philippians, hold on. Tulax, mute.
Yes,
please.
Yes.
Please mute Tulax.
Please mute everybody. Please mute. Everybody mute, please. Thanks. All right, we're here with Dancy, say. Maybe we don't agree with him, and that's fine. But we're going to do it orderly. Travis, what you say towards where Dancy say?
Yeah, you're the one because I like that.
All right, so it was made clear that there are billion-dollar water projects slated for Trelawney as a whole parish. And from that, it would also help the Montego Bay and even as far as Hanover, right? We know that it's going to take some time. In the interim, water is being trucked to the area as confirmed by the lady, and she was saying, we have to buy it. We have to buy it. That's how they start off with. There's no alternative to that. If the water is not into the pipe, which you will have to buy anyways, and if it is being trucked and it is being sold to you, that's the solution at the moment. With regards to the pump that is done by them allegedly, say, and the argument is 3 years before it come back up. unacceptable, fine, no problem. I started out with informing her that the water minister is in her parish right now, along with the prime minister. Right?
If you see the water minister.
Mr. Seabreeze, when you talk, me never unmute my mic. Please and thank you. Right? So that was also told to her that if you have this pressing...
Hold on, Travis. Hold on. Seabreeze, I mean. One.
Right. So given it is a pressing issue and 3 years is unacceptable, and I agree. 3 years total madness. I won't even say that I don't believe that they were told that. I'm saying I agree that 3 years is unacceptable. And we give you the highest authority with regards water that they're in your parish. If you even never know before now, drop what you do and make your way there to make your plight known. Because like you said, it's not just you, it's a whole community. And the whole community can't sit down. We have to go to the source and deal with the issue, right? So with that said, Nancy, I remember we had a conversation most recently, and I would like to bring you some evidence with regards to the conversation we had. So if you just give it 30 seconds to listen to this.
Once and for all, given to the people that report the scene.
Well, the FinSAC situation is difficult, Andre, because there is no report. There is no report. There is.
So we needed less than 30 seconds to bring you back up to speed. Dancy, you try to bamboozle us to tell us that there is a FinSAC report. You would have heard it from Mark Golding himself just now. There's no report. There's no report. So you see that argument? I asked that you bury it in the backyard. Give it a funeral, a nice funeral, read it a Psalms, and bury it in the backyard. Because I told you personally that there's none, and you try to make an argument. And that is the reason why I'm calling you up. So once again, show that y'all are just being political without facts or truth. And it does not help. It didn't help September 3rd, and it now go help in the near future.
All right.
May I respond now?
On that note, no, Nancy, don't come in back yet. Just hold it, write it now. Paul. Yes, Paul.
They hide the report.
Paul,
Maxine, what do you mean they hide the report? Mark, just tell her there's no report.
Paul. No, you're always on fire. Take off your headset if you have one.
No, you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, I've got my phone on charge, make it stay one side. You know, we need to appreciate that we just have a massive hurricane that would have destroyed some important infrastructure that would have made life better for the people all over Jamaica, especially in the western part of Jamaica. We need to appreciate it's going to take a little time for them to come back on stream. Some place it will going to appear that some place will get it more earlier than others. They look at small districts and village and area like this. It will take a little bit more time because of the different terrains and different places that they have to undertake to deal with these things. So part of the mental thing we have to build out is a look of patience. It's not easy still. It's not going to be easy, but we have to help people to understand that they need to have patience with the process, right? Because when it all is said and done, money has to be found, a team has to be found, the necessary work has to be put in place in terms of logistics and planning, and then execution start. So some of these people need to be told this, right? I agree with my brethren that to have somebody come on live and start tell everybody to shit on the water. That not nobody problem. That not solve the problem. The fact of the matter is she's not alone in that regard. There's other people in Westmoreland have difficulty with light service. There are other people in Sentinel have difficulty with phone service, with internet service, and we can go on and on. The fact of the matter is we have just have a major and a massive hurricane that would have destroyed an important part of the ordinary things that we take for granted previous to the hurricane that has been disrupted. Time is going to be important in bringing things back to normalization. So it's important that while we are getting everything tied up and we are doing the political spin, make it look like they are 5 months now and the people are now, it's going to take time. That is also reality. I know it's going to take time. No matter how much we want to think, it's going to take time. So we don't need to get wind up and try push a political agenda and I hope say we win here, so we are going to go win because we put no, it's not gonna work that way there. So because we be patient with the process.
May I get a minute, please? May I get a minute, please?
Carl, your mic muted.
Mr. Host, your mic is muted.
Okay, yeah. Paul, you finish? Paul, you finish?
Yeah, man, I finished now, man.
Okay, all right, 2 lakhs, Squano. Then we want to bring in One Love. A long time, One Love not time.
So
after you will bring in One Love.
Okay. So what I did, I have another device here. I made a few phone calls. Now getting to the pump in Rebueno that pumps the water to Brampton. There's a bridge in Bengal that's been damaged because of the storm. Now that's the reason why the pump isn't fixed as yet. You understand? So I know that the government had dispatched water suppliers, trucks, to bring water to different communities. I'm going to get a contact to the Member of Parliament and find out if there is any of those trucks available for that part of Trelawney to have some water relief placed in Brampton. Because yes, there's a water crisis there, and what they do is that water turns on in Jacksontown on Saturdays in particular. So in Saturday night, some people would leave from Brampton to Jacksontown to fetch water for the household purposes. You understand? So it's not because they don't want to fix the water pump or replace the water pump. It's because there's a broken bridge which caused lack of access to where the water pump is. So somebody please pass on that message to Mr. Person from where? England, and let him understand what's going on, please. And I did not make any political statement or slurs when I came on the platform. I spoke in regards to the behavior of people who are making things seem political based and are not carrying out their jobs because of the different political parties that they support. And they work in some vital areas in our island, all right? Yes.
Okay.
So we need as labor rights and PNP to pinpoint those people, let those people know. Even though we have our political speeches, our talks on TikTok platforms and wherever we go, both sides need to be in coalition to let people who are not carrying out their jobs properly, jobs that they're being paid to do, you understand? To start doing their work more adequately, that our country can continue with growth. You understand? We don't need to politicize our work that we're being paid to do.
But Seabreeze is
on that note,
doing it.
Thank you. One Love. Come in, One Love.
No, good afternoon, everybody. I must apologize for the outburst earlier, but you know when fire burning at you? Let me tell you something, man. These guys like Seabreeze need to stop go around and recruiting people where sometime in a genuine plight and exploit them. Then if you stop it, because why is it him? Why him can't go find somebody? And I said the lady needs not genuine enough. Why him can't find somebody where get help and highlight on a program? So when Dancia come and say we are make it political, it is political when it come from him and Seabreeze. Once it is against the JLP, it is political for them. So them can't want pull the carpet when they feel like and spread it over and when they feel like. I know how it go. When start the political thing, and when people are diving right now, when say people are make it political. Why no. Yeah,
let me just say something real quick because Tulak said it, and I don't remember who just spoke, but as it relates to government workers, politicians cannot remove them. They're not, we say this all the time, they're not political appointees. They were selected. They were selected through the process of going through an interview, having the requisite qualification, right? They sat in front of panelists and they did their interview. They were selected based on merit. They were not elected. Politicians cannot remove the people in government. If it was so, it would mean that every administration, when you change an administration, the politicians could just come and remove them. So we need to get this idea that politicians have anything over public sector workers. They don't have anything over them, like as it relates to the HR process. No, absolutely nothing at all. And we all know who implemented that. It was Michael Manley back in the day. And I don't find anything wrong with it. It's just that people within the service needs to perform better.
And their protection is engraved in the Constitution.
Sandra, then Dancy again. Sandra.
Well, you know, I was listening to the girl and she was saying that they used to have water, but they have to buy water. My husband family come from Westmoreland and they never have water in the pipe. They have to have tank for years. And they live at Westmoreland from them born and them are 70, 80 year old and never have water. It's only tank them have to use to get the water from the rain. That's why the lady, when we went to Jamaica the other day, she told me that because of the water, they don't have the front teeth because they have to use the rainwater. So when she say they have to buy water and get the rainwater, in a Westmoreland, the same thing. They don't have no water in them pipe. And they have to use the rainwater. But because Seabreeze is political and because West Seabreeze find she from Seabreeze have more problem in England. Seabreeze have more problem here in England more than with Jamaica right now. Well, that's what we talk about. All right, let me land this one.
Nancy, coming back.
So, with regards to what One Love suggested, that there's some saboteurs in the system. I'm thinking to myself, if there are people who are not performing, I'm pretty sure they have bosses, and those bosses have full authority to promote, demote, or dismiss. So I would just leave that right there. Travis, I listened to that same program that you got that clipping from, and yes, I will concede the point that a summary was not provided, but in my personal opinion, my personal view, even the raw data is a report. And I mean, a summary wasn't done, so I will concede. So I now go argue back and forth about that. But we still find it that people are still, being not disingenuous. People are still vilifying this woman who just wants to go into the officials are in the community. You think I doubt that they're so accessible that she can just walk up to them and say, hey, look, XYZ. I don't think that's how it works. So people are being disingenuous by suggesting that you should go up there and go make your plight known. That's not how it works. There's a strata. There are layers for a reason. You understand? Sometimes if they're on some kind of little political thing and they want to seem as if they're accessible, they will stop and give you a quick ear. But that's not how it works. You work through the layers, right? So don't suggest to me that the lady should take herself to go wherever these officials are and make her plight known. Yeah? We have billions of dollars spending in some little willy-nilly way, in my opinion. And I believe that a water fund could be fixed from what they have right now. And that is my opinion. But I really wanted to ask you guys, what is happening with the Roots
Dancy, what I want to ask you, I don't know how familiar you is with a like an old saying we say, who have raw meat seek fire. You ever hear that saying it? When you grow up? From you grow up?
Yeah, man, I've heard.
Okay, right. I just say, tell you this, that for say this.
Yeah.
If this lady really have a problem, as what she say, and we don't have any reason for doubt her, but we are telling her that the minister, the prime minister, the member of parliament, and probably 9 out of 10 also the councillor, they are having a function down there now as we speak. But yet still, Seabreeze and this lady choose not for even say, all right, I'm going to try to get some information. I'm going to try to see if I can put on, grab a pants or a shirt and go on down, put on and go down there. Nothing to that effect. So any reasonable person can come to the conclusion and say it's a stage thing, it's a political propaganda.
No, Carl, I disagree wholeheartedly. Because
that's fine.
Was it publicized? Was it publicized to the general community that we're going to be here at such
I don't know. I don't know that.
So how can we say
resounding yes from me?
It was publicized.
A big fat resounding yes from me.
Okay, so then
okay, so you hear that.
You hear that. So they're going to be there. So you guys are being naive to think that you can just walk up to these people and say XYZ. That's not how it works.
Parliament. You mean you can't walk up to them?
No, Dancy.
Dancy.
Moderator, you want me to answer that? You want me to respond to that?
Dancy, hold on. Dancy, you know, ask the member of parliament, especially the member of parliament, a person, a favor, you know. You are saying to her, as a resident of the community, whether you vote yes or no, this is a challenge we have. It's not a dinner money you're going to make, you know. This is a challenge we have, what we have in the community. How can you rectify this? Yes, we are aware, say, water commission is unable to give us back water, not in the short term. But what can you do in the short term? These are simple questions. I don't think nobody the member of parliament go bite her.
No, go bite her. But what is the occasion them up there for though? Are they up there about water?
Hold on.
What you mean?
Hold on.
No, if I got them up there for me, no know me ask.
I'd like to respond to that.
Water minister is there too. So it have to be about water. But anyway, let somebody else in the discussion.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, go on, Soji.
Listen to this. Listen to me. There's 6 months now since the hurricane. See?
5 months.
It would be beyond me and anybody else that the councillor for the area, the MP of the area, is not aware of this situation. It would be, I would call it malicious, if that's the word to use, to say no one would have informed the councillor and the MP of this situation after 5 months. Madness. This is total madness. They have to be aware of the situation. In no matter who you want, and don't nobody. Listen, hold on.
How a vehicle that make them nice?
Man, listen. The MP and the councillor.
How a vehicle that make those nice?
Amen. Tapping nice, man. So me answer. It would be really crazy to see nobody responding to that. Come on, people. Sometimes we take things too far. Because it have to be. We're not living in a vacuum. It have to be that the councillor is aware and making representation. 2 lakhs came up and say the pipeline would have been damaged from the bridge, because I guess the pipeline would run along the bridge. Because in my community, the pump was up, but no water could be pumped because the pipeline did wash away. So it's not even about the pump, it's about getting back the pipeline so the water can flow to the community. That's what Tula explain. I don't see why we're going around and going around. This must have been told. The MP and the council must be aware of such a situation. This is madness. Not madness, total madness. If we think otherwise.
But you see,
you
see.
Well said,
You see
Soji. I'm in
Nancy
full agreement with you.
Nancy when you ask if she have been told her if them there for talk about water. The water minister is also there. So if the water minister is there, apparently water are going to talk about them, are talk about water too.
Yeah, car, but as Soji just say, no.
Don't make, hold on, Christopher. Don't make excuse the things where you can't make excuse.
But quickly, as Soji just said, they must be aware of it.
Dancy, what it is, sir? Come in, Christopher.
Yeah, you see, Mr. Port one love. So, I tell you something, it's when you come on Hebrew, Dancy, and the PMP, you see them come up with something. People have to say it's political, because we know the reputation of these people. These people don't, them ever go look to some people where in some plight and want some help to come out to try to disfame the government, to disfame the MP, to feel like them are carrying a scandal. So anytime you hear them come with anything, brother, we have to think their motive where them. Remember them do it the whole through the hurricane. Them put people on a chopper lane. They say people live out and do and the same people scam the whole of them. That are some of them now are high because they spend much money come get the people and the people them scam them. So when you hear them come with something, brother, and come and tell about them are a lobby for this CB is a lobby for this lady. CB is just a try to get a talking point. CB is not care a bullshit about the people in the community to get water, just like Dancy. You don't think the Dancy and the PM and CB don't care about. For this PM, the government, to bring down the government in every angle. And that is my point. When we listen to these people talk, there's nothing where them come with. We're not political. Because we have a little point to talk about the dressing. And your first thing come up and go say we shallow minded. Now we're going to say the leader don't dress properly.
All right.
So when these people talk,
who can lend me back a box say 2 lakh come up back? It look like him have something else to say.
You can't take my box, Carl. Let me finish. You can't take my box. Come there, roll. You see?
Okay, when you finish. When you finish.
Everything them do. You understand, Carl? Everything them do. Them political.
Yeah. And that is why we are here. Now I'll take it on Christopher. That is why send back the request 2 lakh. Send back the request. And that is why we are here for debunk any lies. And I always say it. You know, that's why we're there, you know. And we have to understand the purpose of we've been here.
What's the gentleman here?
Yeah.
Again. That was not the one that was just speaking. What's his name?
You mean Dancy?
Dancy. Yeah, Mr. Dancy.
Yeah, you apparently come up to make a contribution. Make it now.
Yes, Mr. Dancy. I want to ask you a question. If there's a bridge that leads to your community, right?
Yes.
And the bridge is ruined. Right? Now, what happens is that there are major sources that is supposed to come to your community. How would you address such a situation? There are no alternative routes.
To get the material in to do the repairs you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that is not really my I mean, obviously, if you need to get the equipment, right, and if the bridge is the only way to get it in, then you need to address the bridge first.
Okay, good. Let me not waste time. Now, there are no other alternative routes across Bengal Bridge to get to the Water Commission pump house in that region of Trelawny. You understand? There's no other alternative routes. Now, that meeting that is happening in Trelawny today, it also has something to do with the watering system that will be going across Trelawny in particular. Because I think there should be an expansion to that pump house, which would add another 3 additional pumps or something of the sort to send water elsewhere. You understand?
Tula, I have a video that I want to play that is surrounding what you're saying.
Okay. So
can you give us some
there's no
timelines?
alternative routes to get to the water. So I said earlier on that I'm going to contact with my member of parliament. I live in Montego Bay, but I never change where I vote. I make my vote stay in South Trelawny. And I was a PNP like you, who only see things orange and not green.
You come out of the light and gone into the darkness?
No, I was in such a darkness, sir.
No, sir.
Thanks to your former Prime Minister, PJ Patterson, who on the death of Mr. Edward Siaga shone the light in my direction to let me know that they have politicized everything that they do in Jamaica, demonized Mr. Edward Siaga, demonized the Jamaica Labour Party, which was doing good for our country. And I would love for you to take the time out and listen to the PJ Patterson's tribute to the late, great Philip Edward George Siaga, right? After his passing. I would love for you to sit down.
Hear the argument there.
I would love for you to sit down and listen to that tribute.
Tula, you and Dancy, you know what after.
Okay,
DP
sir.
in the box, I believe they have a special contribution.
No, I just wanted him to know about the bridge. Yeah.
We hear you.
So you can put me up and give back the person their box.
Yeah, man, you can come down by yourself. DP, come in, DP.
Thank you, host. I'm just going to start cuss. I realize the people, back in idea when they say humble calf sucking most milk. But anyways, Dancy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm a papa.
I want to commend you because I remember the discourse between you and Travi a couple of days ago when you were adamant to say you want the report to be in Parliament to debate and all of that, and Travi was saying that they have the archive has been published and you're saying no and you're going back and forth. So the fact that you actually pulled that back, I want to commend you. I don't normally hear stuff like this from PNP, but that shows say you have somebody we can reason with. But read the water issue now. How do you go about believing something? Because what I'm hearing for the last 30 minutes, may I listen, you have believed this lady that you know from nowhere. I take it that Seabreeze got her on or something like that. That's the case?
Yeah.
So what you used to believe stuff, Dancy, is that once it's against the government, then it's easier to believe and no question asked. But if there's something good about the government, then you need proof. Or your belief process work?
Okay, my belief process is I give people, individuals, the benefit of the doubt. So if you come to me and you say to me, DP, X, Y, and Z, I am not going to dismiss you out of hand and say, you understand? Unless it is blatantly obvious to me that you're telling a lie, I'm not going to dismiss you out of hand. So if the lady come and make a claim, right, and none of us on the unless you come from the community or know somebody you can call and say, what are they for you? It's like, then we can't just jump down on her and say, and dismiss her. That's all me I said.
Okay. But you do that, you do the same, you extend the same courtesy to government or no? Because they're there to govern. Anything you hear against them, you believe, sir. Sorry, go.
Against? I have my biases, but I'm not going to say I saw mistake.
Okay.
Yes,
hold on. One more question.
I don't know if you're hearing me.
Connecting, yes, we're hearing
quite a while now. I have a contribution to make. But I have not been recognized.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be next. Let DP ask the last question and then we go straight to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but DP asked the last question.
so if I'm from Portland, Nancy, if something is happening at my health center that I visit, and I choose not to find the authority to report it and just come on live and spew my disgust, that really helped me any at all?
I don't think if you ask me a question like that, that means you don't know the power of social media. Because social media is one of the most powerful medium right now to get your stuff out there.
All right, me glad you said that. Me glad you said that. 3 weeks ago and 4 weeks ago, I was listening to Carl live. I don't know if nobody there that remember. And Imgram stated that he knows of a lady with a baby who is under tarpaulin in Westmoreland. And more than one people on the live ask him for a video and picture and contact, and he says no. So what would be the prerogative of a comrade to come and say people still are living in a inadequate situation, and when we ask for proof so we can either verify or seek help, we're being told no? So what's the purpose of coming out and say that if they don't want to follow the
They're
challenge?
asking the man to put the people and dignity on the line. You can't do that.
No. He says, send me. Somebody was saying, send me the picture, send me a name or contact or something. And he adamantly said no. He's not sharing
what
nothing.
purpose? Was it for them to help or them just why did they want it? To offer the lady some help?
That is what I gather.
Because otherwise, I wouldn't give them the lady.
That was said. But I am saying to you, as you're saying about the power of social media, what is the purpose of coming out to say people in Trelawney or Westmoreland still are living or whatever, and people like me, because I live in America, me not see it. And I'm asking, prove what you're saying, but you're saying just believe that what you hear on social media is good enough. So if we start cuss the government because me hear one leave with no proof?
No, at no point I say
in social media. Why not have the lady come out and speak rather than somebody come tell you say go so with nothing? Why not have the lady who is in issue come out and speak and even and the fact that she come out and speak should I get help that is way more than she can even receive.
But CB's got her.
Finally, before Milan, for not different lady I talk about Dancy. Finally, before Milan, I'm just saying, and I did news, so let me declare, I did news for TVJ for 6 years before I migrate, right? You see, if you're not create one demonstration, because even when PMP didn't power, we know this. This is something that I wish we can change other country. It's like certain things that get addressed. If we not have one big demonstration or something, we need to change that. But I am saying, I think you people are just using social media to peddle propaganda. They don't need no solution. And I can tell you this, just calling talk show because I grew up listening to Barbara Glood and Antoinette Ann. Back in the day, calling talk show, you used to get more than no. So going on social media and say something, people want to see proof. You'll get more support if this lady had said, listen, and Simon is the only person me hear say that. When they call and say, me nah no water, me nah no light, the telephone company Simon say, what did Cliff Hughes do it sometime? What did you do prior to coming on here? Because me come from Portland, you come from Trelawney, you tell me say nah no water. Me in Portland, I say, yeah, every Monday and Thursday water lock off a Portland. In a Portland town, I say get used to it. So it come across different. Have you called your councillor? Have you spoken to your MP? Have you gone down to NWC yourself? And I'm going to tell you, I do not believe, because of my belief thing work, somebody from NWC is going to tell somebody that you won't get water until the next 3 years. That no sound, you yourself, Dancy, said that no sound right. So we just have to be careful. But then again, we know that the something another for the PMP, prerogative of the PMP, are no comfortable in hearing this. That's why up to now people are still having a problem with the government loaning JPS the money, because what PMP want, and this is not directed to you, Dancy, so don't take it personal. What PMP want is more people to be miserable, and then that make the government look bad. And I'll land here. But thanks for your time, Dancy.
Cool.
Okay, connecting the dot.
Yes, man. All right. You know, there's something missing from the equation, you know. There's something, a very important element is missing from the equation. Every time that the Labour Party, the government, is having some major announcement, the Prime Minister went to the Parliament last week Thursday. And I think that presentation on Thursday was his best presentation ever. whether he was Prime Minister, Minister of Education, or a politician. His single best presentation was the last one. He's getting better with each one. And what do you think happened? You see a female MP in our interview. I said, right, allegations are out there. So Prime Minister look out. Prime Minister, whose background is that? Say the Prime Minister, I look out. With this track from the Prime Minister, it really was impactful enough. Or coming out there and saying that created some impact and some distraction.
Well, I'm connecting to that.
You're going to stop me again, brother?
Well, I know, may I ask you something? Did she say, because we want, in everything we do, we want to be fair and just? Did she say the Prime Minister look at, or did she say that there's a rumor out there?
I never say Prime Minister look at, man. I never say that. She said there are allegations out there. People are saying that the Prime Minister look at.
Sorry.
But the impact is there. Because a major distraction from the budget presentation that you know. Now that this major announcement is taking place in Chilane South. Here's this lady coming out from the constituency. I talk about water. And when she's asked, did you make any effort to see your representative? You could have even do more than that. A group could be formed. They could form themselves in a group and say, look here, this water thing have to correct, you know. We're going at a delegation to the MP office. I go see the council, I go meet the council. These meetings that are held, the meeting at Southern Chilane now, them are what is known as Q&A session, question and answer session. You form a line, and you're going to ask question. So to answer that, see, yes, you have a voice there. So don't make no excuse. Don't make no excuse for nobody. They must go there, go get you who have ram meat, go look at the bush, go seek fire. You understand? So, as I said before, I am one strong supporter of the Labour Party. And I am willing to hold this government, hold the fire to the feet of the government. Because we can't allow them to do to Jamaica what the PNP do to Jamaica. We then in there for 18 years and 7 months and shut the place apart. We cannot allow that to happen with the government. I help you in there. We should.
When the lady, no correcting. Remember when the lady didn't want the donkey from the Prime Minister, she went all the way and asked the Prime Minister for the donkey. Remember that time? Hello? Connecting. No, I was saying, you remember when the lady didn't want the donkey from the Prime Minister? She went all and run and asked the Prime Minister for the donkey. You remember that still? Dian.
Man, remember Dian? Remember Dian? I can't forget Dian. Dian, that's a little bit, man.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Go see fire if you have raw meat and stop come on social media. We're going to try to embarrass people and try to distract. That's what they're doing. In a PMP box.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
We need to move something else now.
You finish connecting to that?
Well, just I want to add 1 point.
Okay.
That was left for one final point. I want to land on this one. During the last 10 years, 5 more than 10 years, the government has gone through 3 major disasters. COVID, 2020 to 2023, followed by buried 2024, and now this disastrous hurricane 2025, Melissa. The PMP had no such challenge, and the hospital and the police station. The hospital, the fire station, the police station. And the whole of Jamaica popped down. Agriculture, education. We have none to compose about it. And they had no disaster. For those last 22 years that they spent in Africa. They had no disaster except the PMP itself. And this government is able to weather 3 major disasters and achieve so much on behalf of the people, and then come here to crap. We must accommodate them and then come here with a distraction from the activities in Northern Chilani. Today we need to get that.
But some will argue and say, when you pin down the PNP, they must say that them only ask some very relevant question. What say you about that? In connecting? Well, go on with this now, sir.
Right, man. Right,
I don't know what go on. Everybody here?
Yeah, man, I hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
No, you hear what I ask? You hear the question I ask you?
You get the question. I want me to answer you now.
Oh, answer me.
It is disingenuous, perhaps dishonest, for any come here to try and ask questions without even mention.
What are they connecting? What are they? Why not? Why not ask questions?
Answer,
PNP can't ask a question. What is it you say?
No, man, I'm answering.
Okay.
Are you hearing me or not? Can you hear me?
May I hear you, but
can you hear me?
Yeah, but may I hear you?
May I hear everything you're saying now, and I'm trying to answer. But, right. No, I am saying to you, my response is, and this is my response, and you have to listen to it. I am saying that it is disingenuous, perhaps even dishonest, for the PNP to come here to ask any question about the performance of the Labour Party without first acknowledging their disasters and monumental failures, including FinSac, including the fact that they crip up street people instead of building shelters for them. Then scrape up street people and man to go down St. Elizabeth. So it is dishonest and disingenuous of them to come and ask these questions without acknowledging their failures. This government has done more than what the PNP has done in the last 20 years. In 10 years, this government has
what are they connecting? Me hear you. The final question before we move on. Some would also argue and say, then, what is the purpose of the opposition?
Carl, I'm asking a question. Why is it that this man tear down Jamaica?
No man.
Your time you're
Jamaica. I tell people the truth about the PNP.
No man. You're talking about 18 years of the PNP and this and that and
you don't want to hear because it's factual.
Let me ask you a question now. So let me ask you a question now. Why is it that when you criticize that when Uno criticize the 18 years of the leadership of the People's National Party, Uno is not tearing down Jamaica, but when Jamaica is
Footer, I mute you. For apparently you're not listening, you're not hear what I say. So you are going to talk, but listen to what I say. Connecting to that, just hold it right there. Make you hear what Footer say, and I will come to Chuck. Footer, go ahead. Open your mic and say what you say.
I don't know, why is it that when these people come on the platform, different platform, and them talk about, the 18 years and nothing going on, the PNP, the worst thing that happened to Jamaica, and this and that is not considered tearing down Jamaica. But when somebody come out and speak out on what is going on in the country today, you hear that, you're tearing down Jamaica, you don't like Jamaica. What the double standard?
And you want to answer to that?
Yes, I want the hypocrite them answer.
Respond? Can I respond?
Yeah, make notes. All right, listen. I know everybody that like to answer, but everybody can answer. Since that Chuck time next, make him answer.
The simple thing is, Footer, is that when we criticize the PNP administration, we criticize it based on facts. We don't go around and tell lies on the country. We don't go around and tell the people that the country upon them every day. And that is a simple difference.
All right, Chuck. Since you say you're going off a fact, let's align the facts them in order. Let's align the facts them in order, right?
I will be happy. I am happy to have a factual discussion with you.
So in the 18 years, PNP built 67 schools. right?
67 schools in
67 schools left. 67 schools were built under the People National Party.
Factual discussion and
hold on. All right, so let me ask you a question now. Why you name 5 schools were built under the 10 years of Andrew Holness?
We never tell you Andrew built 10 schools. We never tell you Andrew built no school. Name 10 out of the 67 we're building. All right, so let's start. All right, so let me give you something there. You know, you had Sabina Basic School, right? You have Greater Portmore Basic School, you have Greater Portmore Primary, you have Greater Portmore High School, you have Kensington Basic, you have Kensington Primary, you have Belmont Park Primary, right? You have Aintree Basic, you have Epsom Basic, you have Ascot Basic, Ascot Primary, Ascot High. You have something like Bridgeport Primary, you have Southborough Primary, you have Passage Foot Primary, you have Cumberland High School. Right, you want me to keep going? Yeah, right? You want me to keep going? No, what I want you to do, hold on, Footer, hold on. What I want you to do is name schools that were built by the government.
Then a school were built by the government?
No, you're naming a church. You're naming me church.
No school, none of the school ever me tell you built by none of them.
That's why I tell you.
None of them are built by no church. Ascot High School and Ascot Group of Schools.
That's why I tell you.
The 3 schools that was built in Ascot, right, was built after the development of 3 North, 1 North, 2 North, right? And those schools were built after each development. Kensington Basic and Kensington Primary was built after the development of Greater Portmore, right? Greater Portmore High School was built after the development because the country was being developed, so the government was building high school. And up there you have Sabina Basic, you have Greater Portmore Basic, you have Greater Portmore Primary and Greater Portmore High School, right? Then you have Belmont Park Primary. I forgot you even have a school for handicap on the other side there. I forgot the name of that school. So the eras was developing, right? So that's factual. So let's talk about now, under the 18 years of something now, you have over 150 housing solution bill, low and middle income housing solution bill that people was able to achieve. How much Andrew bill under his 10 years? A fact we are talking of.
Let me just not say something to your Footer. And this I go answer your question. Even if Andrew Holness don't build one was built by labor. So even if Andrew Holness build no school, trust me, it make up for all of the school that were building in the 60s.
Carl, what I'm talking about is that you guys come out and you criticize the 18 years of the People's National Party, which brings so much achievement to Jamaica. Even though Jamaica still a live off fight. Jamaica still have a live off of the JADF program. Jamaica is still living off of the Universal Service Fund program. Right, and all these so much different program that came into Jamaica for the 18 years. The JUTC came into Jamaica for the 18 years. The update, the same phone on a sit down pan do something now that come to Jamaica for the 18 years. So I want to sit down and criticize the 18 years and I beat down the 18 years.
Footer. What after?
May I respond?
Well, after Travis, because for years me hear like a full argument about phone and the like a mascot argument there about phone where PNP bring in the country. Now, which government or which country in this day and age could I never have phone?
No. It don't matter, and I'm saying it's not a matter of which government. I'm saying, hold on, Carl. Hold on. So may I ask you a question, Carl? Hold on, Carl. I'm going to ask you. The phone revolution that happened in Jamaica, we're bringing different players in the market, happened under whose administration?
It has nothing to do
happened under whose administration, Carl?
Hold on, man.
Whose administration it happened under?
Footer. The government have no choice
And I'm asking a question. Who administration it happened under?
That is not something to take credit for.
Whose administration it happened under?
That is some under the PNP, some under the JLP.
Which part it happened under JLP?
It is not nothing footer.
Which part it happened under JLP?
Hold on, I come to that, but hear me, man. It is not nothing to take credit for. Because the technology, the world of technology get bigger and better every day.
But I only said nothing not happened in 18 years.
When PNP did it in a power in the 90s, you did have WhatsApp?
I only said nothing happened in 18 years. I only said nothing happened in 18 years.
You did have WhatsApp?
The legal framework was put into place.
I want to end
to bring in all of these. PJ Patterson was the most transformative Prime Minister Jamaica ever see.
Can I have a chance?
Carl, hold on, Carl.
Everybody
May I ask if you have a chance so long now to respond, Carl? May I ask if you have a chance to respond?
Put that Chuck come back now, so
hold on. Let me respond to Footer first before we go to that, because I've been asking for the opportunity to respond, right? And this is the convenient argument being bandied about by Footer. Oh, only say the 18-year he mash up Jamaica, but we build so many schools, we build so many that's we build. And leaving out the worst financial crisis that has been experienced by any country in the 1990s. As a matter of fact, it took us more than 30 years to recover from that.
Because of the CIA and
I am
not going to do that.
Just hold on.
Yes, me not going to do that with you.
Just hold on.
My Footer, I waited forever. I closed my mic and I never argued with you. Let me speak.
No, but hold on. But you say
Footer,
something
respectfully, when you were talking, I never disturbed you. I never disturbed you. The convenient argument to point out schools, which the argument is questionable and the amount is questionable. Me not get into that. Me I give you your convenient argument to name schools, to name telephone, to name so many things without talking about the backbone of Jamaica's development and progress being broken in these 18 years. That crippled Jamaica. The financial meltdown driven by high interest rate government policy, meaning Patterson and Davis did this. And as a matter of fact, don't take my word. Go check Carl Blight or the other Minister of Industry. What's his name? Carl Clark or something like that. Go ask them. They spoke about it, that it is the high interest rate policy of the government of the day that broke the back of the Jamaican economy and set us back 30 years.
You don't know?
As Andrew would have quoted in his last...
Somebody in the comment section said...
Can I finish, Carl? Can I please finish?
Yeah, me know, Travis. Yeah, I'll make you finish, but I don't want to forget. Somebody in the comment section said that you should take credit for FinSAP too. Like how you take credit for
Thank you very much. The convenient...
We take credit for FinSAP.
Let me land. Footer, let me land. Footer, let me land.
You're interfering in my time, you know, when I talk.
You have to get it back. You have to get it back.
Let me land.
Nothing wrong with that. You have to get back your time.
Let me land. When we look at Jamaica, and the problems that we face today in Jamaica, all of it leads back to PJ Patterson's administration of the 1990s. We have higher than average electric costs, energy costs, probably the highest in the world.
Where Travis come from with them argument there?
Dancy, I did not disturb you when you talk, and the more you disturb, the longer me go talk for. You realize that? I saw that work? Thank you. No, every problem that Jamaica face, we can trace it back to its origin, being that you people destroyed the economy. Destroyed it. Literally destroyed it with FinSAP and the high interest rate policies that came before it.
Let me know where you're done.
Right? And if you look at Jamaica's security problem, it leads to FinSAP. Why? Because we could never afford security half and wipe out over 40% of Jamaica's GDP and plunge the country further in debt.
When you guys got Jamaica, the debt to GDP before the financial crisis was 72%. You see, right after about 3 years into it, before we get to 2000, it was up to 100%. Right? Nearly 200%. And if you look into any issues, if you look into the cost of electricity, PJ Patterson sell off JPS because under his tenure, they would have run it to wreck. If you look at the cost of construction in this country, it leads back to UNO, who sell out steel company and sell out the Jamaica cement company. Two key things that we use in construction these days. UNO sell it off. And because we don't have no control over it, the prices are extremely high today.
You don't know?
Any problem you look at, we can direct it back to that tenure, that 18 and a half years.
You know, intend for done.
We can trace it back to that point. So don't come and give a convenient argument.
So Carl, this monologue business, so here happened. You have to talk about
timer. Put on timer, Carl. You work better.
Let's talk about FinSAC. FinSAC.
Wait, put on the timer. Hold on. Put on timer.
I was talking. Don't interrupt me.
Put on timer.
On time. Wanna leave him alone.
Right, put on
timer. And I'm talking and people are disturbing.
All right, go on now.
You have
so
time now.
Years what I'm talking about. FinSAC. FinSAC was a...
There was no regulated body in there to regulate the financial industry in Jamaica, right?
There was nothing there to put in place to defend anybody. There is a financial disaster happened under this administration where how many 100 people lost their money through SSL. Up to now, nobody will get back a dollar from it. The PNP government, because PNP government is a government that care about the people, stepped in and brought in FinSAC to bring in something to take up that, do the hard, heavy lifting work to make sure that everybody that had money, that was losing their money, get back their money. And the PNP farm, after they did that, they formed the Jamaica Deposit Insurance Corporation to set back the system there so that if there's ever a disaster, financial disaster again, the people of Jamaica would get back their money. This government, under this Andrew Wallace's leadership, had a financial meltdown with SSL, where over 200 people lost their money. People come out and talk about it. And this government, up to today, this government has not done one thing.
Make him finish him time, Philippian. Make him finish him time. Make him finish him time, man.
Carl, anytime.
Open your mic, because I go
catch on another program because here happen. I'm not foolishness with
finish
these
your time.
No. Because I'm talking and them I mute my mic and this and that.
Yeah, who are mute the man? Make him finish him time, man.
Them no want hear the truth. So I'm going to go and talk the lie and tell them no self the lie.
No, continue.
Wait,
Paul, don't talk.
You can't mute, guys. You can't.
Philippian.
That is wrong.
Hold on. But he said,
just say, before you go anywhere, can I just say, Philippian, these people cannot say anything that we can't respond. I want you to stay
time to come on social media. You work with government as much time. You're one of the people where Prime Minister unproductive.
Real quick.
In your work with government, you're always at the past. We don't get time to do government work. What do you work, man?
Just come after the road.
What do you work?
Only thing I say, when somebody are mute, when somebody are speak, nobody don't mute them. It's not proper.
Carl,
my point is this. These men cannot say nothing that
we... come there, Travi.
Okay,
I wanted to ask Philippian make footer gone, Carl. And I want to ask footer who built the Greater Portmore Primary School, no making gone.
That's not
and
relevant.
Come on the platform and tell us
because guess what, you have more important.
But Philippian, you can't come and shut the man program like this, man. Go your government work, man.
No, you need to ask.
You don't tell me what to ask. You can't come and shut the man program, man.
You know something.
You need to first ask who set the building on fire.
Philippian, go on your government work.
No, may I deal with this? I work this too. I work just like Rosalie. I am asking who set the building on fire.
How foolish is that?
They set the building on fire. They caused the financial meltdown. And then they created something
that is,
that they feel like
right.
could fix it.
You're
and
right, and that is why you should have waited for Philip Foot for talk, for joke him with that. And that you should have done, just exercise some patience and wait and joke him. Where I say now it makes sense. That's who you talk.
Connecting there for deal with him. What people there?
It was not no.
Munchi, beg you 1 second. Beg you 1 second, Carl and Munchi. Philippians, these men cannot say nothing that we can't bring the truth to. Allow them to speak. It is exactly. You see, we don't understand. Even Dancy, we see right here, so Dancy put up a valiant fight just the other day, and I told him there's no report, and he makes so many excuses. And today I can play Mark Golding stating there's no report. Allow them to tell the lie, and that's how you will expose them. Make them talk, man.
Travis, a quick Google search tell we who bill Greater Portmore Primary. Footer just can't tell we see a PNP bill it. None of the school them when Footer list government money no bill them call. Pure borrow money with PJ go all over the Caribbean, the world, Venezuela go borrow and beg. Only thing the
then
government
that makes sense to you, Munchi, what you just said a while ago.
So the point I'm making is this.
Munchi, does that make sense what you said just now?
Yeah, let me elaborate. Oh, it makes sense, Dancy.
Yeah.
Let me elaborate, Carl and Dancy. The argument with the PNP are run round with Travis say, oh, PNP build all these schools. These were all loan where the PNP heap on the back of poor people. Loan and trickery. Only thing they provide is the land, and they thief up the loan money, and they left the back of the loan and the back of the people. That's why when we win in a 2007 call, the debt to GDP was so high because in a PJ last term.
Madam Speaker, Madam, let us be fair now.
Yes.
If it is the money by under PJ government, then them build a school.
No. The argument they borrow money.
That make no sense what you said just now.
They borrow. No. Allow me to land. The argument is clear, Dancy. When it comes to borrowing and heaping debt on the back of Jamaican people, that is the People's National Party MO.
We agree.
So when you talk about Andrew Wallace don't build no school, we don't need to borrow money to build nothing because we don't need anything.
Because you don't believe in investing in the people of the country.
No. We borrow money and thief. Tell us how
the thieving goes.
Dancy, what are the Dancy?
Jamaican taxpayer money. So that no make no sense.
Dancy, I mean mute you, Dancy. Munchi, come let us reason together now.
Yes, no problem.
Because we're not idiot. No, we're not idiot.
Yes.
You know, you're highly educated. Everybody on the panel have sense. If it is a PJ government, yes, we know so them borrow money, them thief up money, all type of thing. But if them borrow money and build school, I feed them at time.
Then bill it.
No, 1 second, guys.
Bill it. I agree.
Allow me, please.
Philippian, you guys means
allow me to finish.
Over 340 schools were built by us, and the church built the most. Okay?
1 second, Philippian.
Carl, the argument where PNP are run round for say, oh, the PNP build the most school. They're not supposed to come. The PNP don't build no school.
That is a lie.
The government of Jamaica under PJ Patterson, as a matter of fact, the people of Jamaica build the school. Because when PJ go and borrow the money all over the globe and then build some little school where not even necessary.
Yeah, but Madam Speaker, if we argue the way, then we can also say that the people of Jamaica build the school in the 60s too. And then
talk about school in a car.
Carl,
school argument of coke unless PNP bring it up. PNP not bring up school argument, you know, because they not nothing for all, you know, so then go for that.
Munchi, beg a second.
No, 1 second.
Hold on. May I come to you? You're right. Your next common sense. You may try to clear the floor for Munchi. Leave them with that. You see the ones that did not build under their tenure and they don't have nothing to do with it.
point out that. Let them take what they want. Because if you notice, while I know he's lying about some schools, I didn't approach him like that. I hit him where it hurts, and that's why I kick out and get mad and leave. Me punch him where it hurts because his argument is a convenient one. Because he's not talking about the root of all the problems in Jamaica, which comes from them.
Can I have a conversation with Travis about that?
Hold on, common sense. Let's hear a few words on common sense. Me not gonna hear you now.
Common sense. Right. Let's hear from common sense, yeah.
All right. The schools that they're claiming in Greater Portmore and Portmore period, those schools was part of the arrangement with Matalan. When he built the houses, he had to build the schools. Just like Waterford School, even before PJ came to power in the 70s, all of the schools is Matalan built the schools them. It have nothing to do with the PMP, nor JLP. That was part of the arrangement. Matalan built the schools, the fire station.
Whose money paid for those schools? Common sense. Yes.
It was part of the whole arrangement. It was nothing with the government.
Money? It wasn't the government's money that built the schools.
Once again, and also listen, he spoke about 150,000 houses in Portmore. In total, when I check it, it's something like 35,000 houses in Portmore total. And he said Greater Portmore has something like 10,000. So he was saying 150,000 traffic that maybe went over on the head. We don't have 150,000 houses in Greater Portmore. So the man is lying.
Maybe not talk island wide.
A pure line tell common sense. Just
no, not even island wide. No.
When say PNP bill, that was built in 1970.
Most of the houses built on a housing trust and during them time there. It's in Greater Portmore. Very little out of Greater Portmore. So they didn't build 150,000. I just check it.
Stop up the line, guys. Stop up.
Thank you, common sense. They don't build no school.
They don't reach 30.
They don't build no school.
PJ and the combo school and road. And,
it was just part of the arrangement where them have to put in parks and all, although Matalan had provided the area for the parks, but didn't build the parks.
Can I come in? Can I come in here? Can I come in here? Because I've been here a while.
Yeah,
can I say something? What is wrong with us in terms of saying a quick Google search at no time a Google tell me that PMP build more than 20 school here or 17 school there or anything. And a quick Google search say JLP build one time 189 school. What are we running it? We don't need
there's
to
a
run
total of 340.
No, hold on. Here's context. Stoji, beg a chance to bring context. Stoji, please, beg a chance to bring context.
Yeah.
The guy complained about that. The guy complained that we always talk about the 18 and a half years. And he claimed that he was going to name things were happening at the 18 and a half years. So you see the schools were built at the 60s and all of that. That's not really part of the question. We are addressing the 18 and a half years that spans from 89 till about 2007, if my memory serves me well. That was the time we were addressing. But he was conveniently naming some things that in thinking can big up in chest fund and leave, Jamaica's biggest problem. The albatross that has been around our necks, drawing to the bottom of the ocean, is the high interest rate policy of the government of the 90s, which lead to FinSac
and the tax,
a further detriment of Jamaican society.
And the tax. Yes, of course.
And I'll tell you this, Jamaica is still suffering from the remnants of the actions of FinSac today. That government of Pattison, what that, 1991, somewhere there it started, up to 2007, is the most destructive government Jamaica's ever had.
1992.
92 to 2007. Thank you, connecting. That is the most destructive government that Jamaica has ever had.
2006.
2006. Most destructive period Jamaica has ever had. Most destructive. Every problem we face today, right? Like the health system. The health system.
It's because of that period.
Let me say this. The health system and the issues that it faces today. There's no renewal process that has taken place in decades. We couldn't afford it because of the 90s. Right now in Jamaica, there's no hospital under 30 years old. And as a matter of fact, the premier hospital of the country is over 270 years old. The PNP in the 90s, the most economical time when every economy a boom around the world. Countries that grew in the Caribbean to up to 150% of their GDP. Jamaica grew only 28% collectively in their period. We couldn't afford nothing. All the money that has been generated through government was paying loans. We could not afford not even police car. We could not afford to have decent police stations.
Travis met Dancy defend that.
Well, on,
Good
but
God.
if the financial sector is in shambles and it crash, how are you going to fund education,
Let Dancy defend that, Philip.
security and all of that? Yeah, let him go ahead.
Travis is being a sensationalist. That's all he's doing.
Hold on, no, Dancy. Hold on, no, man. Dancy, hold on. No. To add to the period, soon after PJ took over, I joined the military. And what I realized...
Soji, hold on, man. Hold on, Soji. Hold up for your belt till later. Make him deal with what they're coming back now, and then you come in after with your belt.
All right, you with your sensation, right? You seem to think that things just happen in a vacuum, right? Things just don't happen like that. There had to be precipitating factors for things to happen. You understand? So I'm going to go back a little further than the 18 years. And I'm going to go to the last Siaga, Edward Siaga-led administration. And I'm going to point out to you that in that period, all 60 members in the House were on the same side, right? And that did not benefit. And Mr. Siaga was supposed to be a financial wizard or genius or something like that. But after his tenure, the country was in such a state, right? And that was the precipitating. Did you know that the NIR, after Mr. Siaga was done, was in negative territory? And he had 60 members. He could have done anything, right? Because all 60 members in the House.
Why it was so?
Why it was so? Because Mr. Mali decided that he wasn't going to challenge.
Make him hold on, make him
and
talk.
Mr. Siaga
Why it was so? Why you think it was so?
Make him talk.
Why was what so clear?
You continue.
Okay, yes. So what I'm saying, my argument is this. If you have the government all to yourself, no opposition in the parliament, you could have done anything you wanted to do. And you were such a genius.
With what? Without money?
Right?
Without money? Without money?
Without which money?
Without money?
Soji, calm down.
Let the man talk when I talk to the Soji. Come on, man. Dancy, sorry. Wait 1 second. Soji,
hold on, man.
Give him the floor. Go ahead, Dancy.
No. He literally installed and had the full backing of the United States. And all the multilaterals were at his disposal. Okay? So he could have gotten any amount of money. And he did take money. Right? And at the end of his tenure, the country was in a not good state. And that is the precipitating factors. And he went on to sign onto certain accords and certain deals. Like, what's this one called? God, it eludes me right now. But in some of the
something that didn't exist in America.
Some of the stipulations in it were some steps that the country must take, right? And he signed on to it. So when the administration changed, they had to go through with the deregularization and all of these things because this has to sign off on them already. And these are the precipitating factors that led now. So now you had a set of greedy people who wanted to take advantage of the system, and everybody started to float banks all over the place, right? They didn't have the right capitalization and all of these things. And it led, so the government thought it prudent to enact fiscal policies to mop up liquidity because that would have led to an inflationary spiral. So they bring in so if you know that you're going to borrow money at 80%, why would you borrow that money to do something that is going to give you a return on your money of 50%? That makes no business sense. So you cannot put the blame on the government for poor business decisions. And that's how it works. But even after they did all that, all these greedy people did all that. The IMF and the other multilaterals said to the PM and the finance minister, let these banks crash. The ones that survive will survive, make them crash. When the man them look into them, I say, no. All of these hardworking Jamaicans will put them $2,000, them $10,000, and $50,000 down. I cannot let them lose their money. And so FinSAC came into being. And FinSAC is an acronym. It means the Financial Sector Adjustment Company. And what FinSAC did was save hundreds of thousands of Jamaican citizens save their deposit. Nobody lost their money. Everybody get back their money without their money in the NCB and the rest of them. And that is why we proudly own FinSAC, because that was the solution to the problem.
Time to shut you down now. Time to shut you down now. The first thing is none of the information you're talking cannot be found anywhere. No Google, no library, nowhere that can find.
Hold on, Chavi.
And that is your biggest downfall.
Hold on.
Dancy. As a matter of fact, you just made up that argument as you went along. You just made that up as you went along. But you know what, Soji? We did tell you to rest your belt. Go ahead with your belt.
You know, Soji, hold on. Soji.
Because he said something, Soji, wait. He said some things that we need to respond to, Soji. He said some things that we need to respond to. The man called the business class of Jamaica those greedy people. The man called thermoplastics owners greedy. Him called the man called Eagle Financial Group greedy. The man called Life of Jamaica Insurance Company greedy. Are you serious?
Eagle was the most greedy. Paul Chen Young.
Come in, Soji.
Paul Chen Young even come back again and get in front of you.
You're talking about also people who lost their homes.
What is she not here?
Why we can't have some discipline for the thing, man? Come on, man.
Hold on, Philippian.
Sochi, go on, Chuno. One to the live.
All right. So, panel, my claim to fame and my field of expertise is security and football. That is my claim to fame. Yeah, man, you know, hear me?
Loud and
Anybody
clear.
hear me?
Yes.
Who not hear me? You hear me?
We are here, you Sochi, go on.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah, man, we are here, you. I want to go on with the live.
Told everybody I hear you talk.
All right.
Everybody has
my claim to fame. Yeah, man, my claim to fame is... All right. My claim to fame is football and security. I would love to ask Dancy his expertise, his field of expertise, before I go any further.
My field of expertise,
yeah.
My expertise. I would say I consider myself average Joe, all rounder. You know, I don't have a doctorate or I
no,
don't
man,
have
what you
any
do?
financial.
What you mean profession? What you mean profession? What's your main profession?
Well, I did banking and I did banking for a number of years, and I'm also a chef.
Okay, all right, fine. All right, so you said something. So what you did, you know, and that's typically just a PMP disingenuous as usual. You went to the 80s, but you failed to go to the 70s when the NIR was 157 million in positive, and by 2 years' time, nothing was left. So it seems to understand that PMP suffer from lack of memory when they want something to suit them, because somebody said to the 90s, but you said no, you have to go to the 80s. So I'm taking you back to the 70s. I'm taking you back to the 70s when Edward Seaga got the country, the NIR was in negative. Just remember that. Just remember, just a pointer. And you must not do that. What you're talking about, Finsack, nobody have ever heard anything like what you just mentioned. Not in a no paper, no in a no paper, now nothing nowhere. You must not do that, brother. You must not do that. If you have something to talk, you talk. But what you must realize is that from 1992 to 2006, Jamaica fell into a ditch and could not come out. You know why? Bad policies of the PMP. First thing, crime and violence took over Jamaica, took complete control of Jamaica because there was nothing for the youths to do. Bad policies of the PMP. Bad policies. The young men had nothing to do. They could not get nothing to do. Nothing was available for them to do. So to hear you come here talking about what and what. None of the hospitals, nothing. You could count. Health center feel locked down. Hospitals, no work now do. And every year, 17-year attacks. 17-year attacks. Do what? To do what? What did it do? What did it attack 17 years for? No work was done. Nothing with the customers. You're talking about school. Remember, they had to lock down 15 school and 18 school recently because they don't have any students to them. So you talk about build school when you don't need school. Or you have to build school when you don't need school. That can't make no sense to me. When you have how much lock up, not doing anything. Bro, you know nothing right, man. When you come, man, and be real.
Soji.
Be real and live. Real.
Soji. Pass the belt. Let me belt. Soji, but really a belt. Let me belt. But we really a belt. Let me belt.
Yes, Javi.
Let me belt. We are really the belt. Let me the belt. The man have no point. He can't point to no specific. Yeah, man, me there. He cannot point to no specific action to say, and this cause whatever. Here I say, oh, Mr. Seaga had all of government and he could have done anything. Can't point something, you know. But he knows that Mr. Seaga name is a touchy name. So he just want to insert Mr. Seaga name without saying that he did this or he did that. Oh, he signed some documents and some. My brother, what you gave was a word salad. There's no meaning to it. There's no point, no anchoring point in your argument. No clear definition of anything. It was just
I've never heard of the Washington
word salad. My brother, please mute the mic, please. I allow you to run your race. I allow you to run your race. I allow you to run your race. Please close the mic. Please close the mic. Respectfully. Thank you. No anchoring point. Straight up word salad. But I can tell you specifically the high interest rate policy as quoted by Dr. Carl Blight, Water and Housing Minister of the PNP, who was burnt by high interest rate policies. And what's the other name? Oh God, me keep forgetting the man's name. I remember his name. Carl Clark. I say name Carl Clark. Who was Claude Clark, who was the Minister of Industry, a PMP member of Parliament and Minister of Industry, stated clearly that the high interest rate policy that led to FinSac was disastrous. It was total trash. And he himself told the PM at the time and the finance minister being PJ and Dr. Davis respectively that it was wrong, it was going in the wrong direction and it would work. And he also got burned by it. But you know who else got burned by that policy also? The Reverend Ronnie Tweet, who declared to all of Jamaica that the greatest transfer of wealth since slavery occurred in that 18-year period. The worst government Jamaica ever see is the government of PJ Patterson.
I want you to do for me now, Travis.
Dancy, sorry, yes. I have one question. It is for you, so you can come in. When you was doing your preamble, you said that Edward Seaga signed something
The Washington
before
consensus.
we lose the election. And
Washington
that is what
consensus.
tie up, Michael. What was the national consensus? When did we sign it?
Consensus,
explain to me.
Some of the stipulations in it is that they wanted.
Could you find it and read it to us, please, and tell us?
They wanted to only have one device, but you can look it up. They only
But Dancy, with all due respect, this is important to me, Carl, because Dancy said this is what led to FinSoc.
No, allow me to speak.
Wait, no man, I'm gonna allow you, but you need to be clear. You said Edward Siaga, before he lost the election, signed something and that caused the run-up to FinSoc. And it is important. You never remember, you remember now you say name Washington Consensus. And if this is the crux to your argument, you must be able, but that is why I say connected, you must be able to elaborate and explain.
That's what I'm about to do if you allow me.
I don't know why I want allow me if you address me, man. I don't know why and I was around that time, I was a big man that time.
Address him.
Allow me to answer Madam Speak and then you can address me. So, a part of the stipulations, America was pushing free trade. They're always pushing. So, they didn't want the dollar to be artificially propped up. They wanted competition to be. They didn't want too much government intervention in what you call business. So that is why you see a lot of the deregularization took place. The dollar was freed up to find its true value, all of them stuff there. And those were precipitating factors.
Again, my brother, you cannot mislead the people.
We are Chavi, Dancy. Let me not follow the question, Dancy. Please, let me Chavi. Let me follow the question, Dancy.
Liberalization was opposed by Mr.
No, we are not Chavi. That is why I'm going to follow up the question. Dancy, here's the question.
What did sign off on it already?
What did Edward Siaga sign off on?
That was a part of the stipulations and the Washington Consensus.
So Edward Siaga sign off to the deregulation of the dollar?
Rubbish, nonsense.
Not specifically to the dollar.
What did, guys, wait, no man, I'm going to pin him down, no man. Dancy.
Yes.
What exactly did Edward Phillips John
He signed the Washington Consensus.
What is what you said?
And I am giving you some of the points or stipulations that were a part of the consensus.
So you're saying, so basically you're saying Edward Siaga signed to the deregulation of the dollar?
I wouldn't go. You're trying to make it look like him sign off. He said the dollar.
So what are you saying then?
He signed off on a bunch of things.
But what are the things?
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Dancy, hold on.
Free market trade, $3,
hold on, man.
And all of these things. So we are trying to tell us that.
TV, please. Thank you. Now, Munchi, hold on for a second. Dancy, hold on for a second. The Washington Consensus is a set of 10 free market economic policies.
Free market.
Will you listen? Please listen. You need to. Because you see that hype, the way I push, it'll go deflate if you listen. So just calm down. Yeah. Economic policy recommendations. Recommendations. Thank you. Coined in 1989, aimed at helping developing countries, particularly in the Latin America, solve debt crisis through fiscal discipline, privatization, trade liberalization, and deregulation. It was promoted by Washington-based institutions like IMF and World Bank, US Treasury. Now I ask, did anyone sign on to this? Sir, can you wait? Did any country sign on to this? The answer is no. Countries did not sign a formal treaty like this document called the Washington Consensus. Nobody not signed to that shit. Move with the lies.
They signed
on
to
when Mayor Buck don't get like this, you know. Sir, you know when Mayor Buck up. Sir, you know when Mayor Buck don't get like this. My conversations are driven by facts. You are lying again. Just like me prove you to be lying the other day, you come back to the and you lie again.
Tell us the time and the date when Edward Siaga signed this, or shut up and come down. Because your PNP people are brainwashed and you can't brainwash labor rights. Tell us the date and the time when Edward Philip George Siaga signed on to this accord, or shut up and come down. We don't believe too much stupidness and a PNP this. Tell us the date and the time. No.
On the basis of pure lies, Munchi.
Nobody signed that thing.
That's why we're not going to further with him in a trap. Just spin him down. Carl, tell him to tell us the date and the time when Philip George Siaga signed the Washington Accord, or as rubbish this argument. We don't want you more friend him. You come boy, Siaga sign and
Dancy, me think you take as much beating to them. Rest and come back one next day. Because that lie will not fly. And you know better, you know don't do these things.
Brother,
you know don't do
Mr.
these things.
Siaga signed on to the proposals in the Washington.
Nobody signed to no proposal.
No, Chabi, what date did he sign it?
That's
what
a lie.
Date? What
Nobody
date?
signed to Washington
what time?
That's a lie.
What date?
Guys, hold on, guys. Let me ask Dancy something. Dancy,
yes.
Can you point us to any article?
You're a lie, man.
Or anything we can prove what you are saying is the truth? Can you point us to any article?
Well,
any single article or any.
You are the one device me have right now, but I will come back.
Yeah, well, all right, fine. These are your homework. So whenever time if you all things been equal tomorrow.
Gentlemen, they're gonna second. No one find out something. Dancy, your comrade brother Dino is in the chat and he's saying Jamaica did not sign. And that's your comrade brother, you know. Dancy, don't do this. You and I can have conversations, but you gotta come with facts, Dancy. You just got to.
You wanna come back.
I am going.
Come back.
I will come back tomorrow.
Dancy, it look like
you know say
the one that boy for 6.
You know say if me go
so
over me.
No.
Well, I met me talk.
I know your time no dance. My time no, I sat here listening to you.
Well, say
I sat here listening to you, and my time to talk now.
We have to understand the difference between signing and agreeing to certain. Jamaica did not sign as a formal agreement with the Washington Council. No, we didn't. But the IMF use it, the Jamaica use it, the IMF use it, and the World Bank also uses as an economic policy over a period of time.
Can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're here.
They use the stuff in the consensus.
Dino says
well,
something, man. Listen,
we ask Dino a question.
And you need to listen.
Jamaica did not sign onto a formal signature for the Washington Consensus. No, we did not.
Those things as
But
no, we're not about the formal
use it as a form.
Me respect Dino. You see from you say, you see from Dino say that. Me I go roll with Dino because I respect Dino. Dino have way more knowledge than me. But me I go ask Dino a question.
That you respect me. Thank you for telling me the respect.
No, I'm not saying respect you, Charlie. I'm not say that. What me I say? When Dino says so, I know say Dino is a knowledgeable man. But the question I have is this.
With
those
multilaterals. That's what it means. You only respect Dino and respect yourself. And that's it means.
No, me not say that. But listen what me ask. Me ask the question. I know that when the IMF and them people come to lend you money, they set certain parameters in order for you to get the money. Did they use those things?
The IMF and the World Bank use the same Washington Consensus as a permit to lend you the money.
All right. Yes.
No, but you know that the IMF don't set the IMF. All right.
They don't set it, but if you don't need them things, they're not lending you the money.
I don't like what you do, Carl, me not like what you do, Carl. Nothing like that. A long time. 2 minutes now connecting a big foot. You have the PMP boy at the life of the platform, man.
Continue having the platform.
Everybody there and now call nobody boy kill a brother you come on the platform.
Spunkos.
As him coming start with the disrespect.
Come over here and disrespect nobody, but I call nobody no boy, man. Me don't want
Thank
you
you,
come over here
Carlos.
to come deep. Can I tell you the truth? Me don't want you come over and call nobody no boy. You don't have to do that. Please, I beg you, please, sir. Connecting to that, come in.
Thank you, sir. Dancy went back to the 70s, the 80s, and the Liberty left out in the 1970s. When Michael Manley left the Jamaica House in November 1980, the election date was the 30th of October 1980. When he left Jamaica House, the NIR was minus 432 million US dollars. Note that, 432 million. When Mr. Siaga left in 1989, the NIR, and this is a quick Google search I'm sharing with you. Just a quick Google search. The NIR was 372 million. Mr. Siaga, unlike Manley.
Positive or negative?
Minus.
Okay.
Minus, me argue. Minus 432, 1980, Michael Manley. Minus 372, Mr. Siaga. Well, bear in mind that Mr. Manley had no major economic disaster to confront. Mr. Siaga, on the other hand, faced an international economic recession in 1983 and a devastating Hurricane Gilbert in September 12, 1988, which swept across all of Jamaica, much of the whole of the East, right across.
When did the oil shock take place, OJ?
I'm still talking, doing it, brother. I'd appreciate if you do it until I'm finished first. About 3-4 years ago, Dr. Nigel Clark told the Parliament that Michael Manley handed back Jamaica to JLP. When Michael Manley handed back the country to the JLP in 1980, it was economically, it was 40 times worse than how he got it. Nigel Clark told the Parliament and told all of Jamaica that. He said when Mr. Siaga returned the country in 1989, it was still 20 times worse than 1972 when Mr. Manley got it. And at the time of speaking, Dr. Clark told Jamaica that the country was still reeling from Manleyism and the PNPism of the 1970s. That it was still 2.5 times worse than what it was when he got it in 1972. No PNP, no Omar, no PJ who was a part of that government. Even PJ came and spoke about, when he said, to set the record straight, he mentioned he did not try to debunk what Nigel Clark said. Not a soul, not a pip from them until this day. Right? It was the high interest rate regime followed by the mopping up of liquidity in the 1990s. Mr. Siaga stood up in the Parliament like a bull, like bull buck and Duppy Conqueror, and opposed the measures that the PNP was implementing. Totally opposed, and they didn't listen to him. For this man to come here some 30 odd years after to lie to the Jamaican people about Mr. Siaga, who actually helped to repair Michael Manley's damage. So Mike needs to be muted. The thing is giving me a feedback here. So people need to mute their mic. Right? Mr. Siaga, the Jamaican dollar was stable for approximately 5 years when Mr. Siaga at 5.52. I don't forget. I'm speaking that right up on my head. You know, I don't know Google me go to this time. I remember that Mr. Siaga had the dollar stable for approximately 5 years, 5.51. The dollar galloped by over 1,000% under the PNP in those 18 years. 1,000% it depreciated by. So nobody wants to come here, and we should not allow these people to come here with their tongue full of pure lies and to deceive us. We should not allow it. We should not allow these things to happen. You understand me? I want to just learn on this nonsense about the school that this government has not built. This government has built out several schools, secondary school and primary school since 2016 and now. What they have been doing is to expand the schools, to take the schools off the shift system. And they are building out a number of early childhood education institutions and expanding the primary schools, so a lot of primary schools to get the students, to move them from, what do you call them, primary and early age schools That is what they are doing now. Because they have, the government has a plan, they have a system. It's like people just go to chat crap and do foolishness and mash up the economy. And just you listen how Favor did the PMP presentation, both the opposition leader and the opposition spokesman and finance. You listen how she shut them apart like yesterday. You know, listen to that? I reckon they come for work the country again.
Rubbish you're talking, because what you're talking said was damn stupid. Over 90 countries, over 90 countries.
Human right here. Come on, go into a garbage.
You know what the luxury of calling thing and rubbish matter. Don't do that.
Why? You know so the tin, on the tin skin, you know?
No, man. No.
Just allow Look here, man. Don't relax, sir. Just cool on some of the temper, man. And a thin skin type of business. Jesus, man.
Carl.
Can we done?
Una mash up the man platform for foolishness. Una so thin skin.
Una so thin skin, man. Una too thin skin, man.
You can't talk with the comrade them come down and let them call. Because a call they come over and support. So if you can't work with them, come down. What's that mash up the man program?
Sir. If the man say garbage or whatever, why was a thin skin?
Sure.
Carl, e-invoicing as a very powerful tool for government. It increased tax revenue. It reduced VAT, what you call value.
I was landing and I wasn't finished doing it. I wasn't finished. And I do this. I have never come on this program.
All right, continue, Dino. Not Dino. Continue connecting with that. Sorry.
Before I land, you see, I want to make the point. You say that I don't disrespect persons. I don't disrespect people, but I don't accept it either.
No, ask Dino and feel like expertise.
Right? And if a person is disrespectful,
expertise when they come up. Go on,
because there's no line between disrespect and respect. Is that you are respectful or you disrespectful? I don't disrespect others. I forgive you, brother. I forgive you. I can tell you that.
I didn't disrespect you. I said the argument you gave was garbage.
Well, maybe what you call disrespect.
Me hear the part and continue your contribution.
Maybe your standard of respect and disrespect is different from mine, right? But the point is that the schools. I was on the schools. Right now, there's a school in St. James where
every field lean on about
early childhood institution being built on Mount Salem Primary School. They are touching an early childhood building on it. That's what they are doing. An early childhood institution. I think it's finished now in Farm Heights. And there are others. I don't know all of them. I have to look at it. But in my little space. And there are other persons and other platforms who are telling us about other schools in Clarendon, early childhood. So the focus now is on early childhood education. And the government is building out those systematically. All right? So to come now and to say that how much school and built since 2016 and now. A lot of expansion is taking place in secondary and primary school and early childhood. All right, so but I leave that there at that for the time being. But we shouldn't allow persons to come here and deliberately lie to us.
And that is why you and others come in. That is where you and others come in for debunk the lies. That is where we come in, for debunk it. Who next? Is it Dino or who next?
I was saying, Carl, e-invoicing is a very powerful tool that government uses to improve compliance, increase tax revenue, reduce VAT gaps. When we say VAT, in Jamaica, we don't refer to it as VAT, we call it GCT. The e-invoicing cannot help with land tax. Some farm tax come up or income tax. But it allows government to do a maximum collection on your GCT. In Jamaica, we call it GCT. Over 90 countries has introduced it in between 24 to 25, and other countries doing it in 26. Because why? They see where other countries, we have Poland and all is going to earn an 8%. Some countries earn between 3.8 to 8% increase in their revenue by introducing it. If we notice in Jamaica secured a World Bank loan many years ago, which they We do not little invoicing in Jamaica. But every importer in Jamaica and every exporter in Jamaica has to invoicing. It is known as, they call it Asikuda. The minute I jump on my computer and say I'm putting a container out of Jamaica, I have to go on my site, open up the Asikuda, my picture will come up, I put in my password. Then I create the commercial invoice. Immediately customs have that invoice and pass it on to the tax.
Yeah, the only expert
and call
in
me,
Jamaica.
You might tell me say you need to give me
Yeah,
some
the only expert in Jamaica.
And when me try to I know when you try to go around with that Jamaican too, you know. When you go around with them, can show you on the computer every shipment you make out of Jamaica, how much money they must collect from it. So invoicing is very beneficial to government.
Are you the only expert in Jamaica?
I mean, I respect the favor. She's highly educated, but in Jamaica we play too much politics. We know the truth.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
The point is that she said it couldn't work out for this.
You didn't say that.
No,
you didn't say that.
And it will take up to 3 years.
But that's what she said.
Right.
That's what she said.
They wouldn't accept it.
She said that.
No, that's what I'm saying. The point said it couldn't work for this budget. It couldn't work for this budget.
They wouldn't accept it.
But she said that.
Look into it.
But that's what she said.
That doesn't mean we're not trying to get additional from other countries. We see benefit and get
She didn't say Dino.
Make it 1 second, Carl. Me not text you long. So Dino, what are you criticizing Favor about really?
What is the gap?
Dino, what is the criticism about on Favor?
She says she's giving all of that and it's rule it out. It's rubbish. You can't rule it out.
No, she did not.
Very good tool.
All right, listen to me, Dino. Listen to me, Dino. Dino, you guys must try the story good enough. Favor said that the PNP put on for them balance sheet that we could get $8 billion from the e-service in this year. She exited out because she said it is impossible because we could not implement this system this year nor next year. A 2 to 3 year take to implement. That is why she crossed out the money. She never said we couldn't implement it overall, and she never said it wasn't a good system. So please stop it.
No, but when just say it wasn't a good system. I'm saying
who said it? Who's their name there?
No, we're talking before.
No, we're talking about you just can't Favor name. I'm telling you.
No, I said what I said. I said I respect Favor.
But you said she. But I asked you specifically what is the issue with Favor.
Munchie. Rest for a little while. Excellent, come in.
Yeah, because I said to him, I asked him, kind of said what Favor said was garbage.
Excellent.
You hear me?
Exactly, that's what he started with. That's what he started.
Yeah, but where I hear you?
That's what he started with.
What he's saying when he started, so what Favor said was garbage. Someone asked him what was the garbage.
Yes.
Say, in our speech.
To say it wouldn't earn.
But she didn't say that
additional income. That's garbage. It is a very good tool.
Did they listen to the budget presentation? Did they listen to the budget presentation? She did not say that. This was a good idea, but it could not work for this financial year. That's what she said. You must stop come and spread propaganda, man. How people are saying no?
She said it take a while to implement. So in this budget season, they couldn't implement this budget season or the next budget season. It took around 3 years. But she never said it was not a good thing.
2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. She never said that.
And even the PNP did,
listen something, man. I'm chat, come chat, lie and sit, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. All you do is walk and spread propaganda and lies.
But Philip, then I just said, it wouldn't be ready for this budget.
Is the money she
ready for this budget?
No, but the point, when you say it's a garbage,
you spread the propaganda, man.
You never replay back. I'm sure she said she rolled it out.
No, she never said that.
She said she never
rolled it out. You never said that before.
You never said that it didn't work.
Accept you're wrong, man.
No, she gave some punch and say it kind of take like 3 years to implement it.
You're wrong and strong, bro. Say so, man. You're wrong and strong, man.
Can
Don't
we
do
go
that.
back
That's the first thing you come and
Shift
disrespect
in
you, man.
the tax on the sugar
First thing you come
reduced
and disrespect
What
me.
you know, you the man.
All right,
Yeah,
all
man. Go
right.
back to the street, man.
terminally it
But
has
yeah,
a
Don't
we
come
first
here
want
give
to
us the
talk
straight.
about that. But
You're
before
wrong
we,
and you're strong, man. Don't do
you
that,
done
man.
excellent.
Typical PMP.
No, I don't want
You
to talk
finished.
about
Typical PMP.
Yeah, man. Go on, now. Go on. Now.
so you easy a second. You see the school thing where they say the man built 67 school. When I go do my research, I do it on Google, I do it on Chat GTP. And my PJ was supposed to build 17 school. And he only built 5, and most of them are basic school. What did he do was upgrade most of the thing that he did with school was upgraded secondary them into high school. They didn't
But let
build
me
no
ask, let
67
me
school.
play the devil advocate. Upgrading school, is it a good thing, our?
No, when I say it's not a no, when I that we are discussing the upgraded, but they must have built 67 brand new school.
Okay.
It was a good thing.
Me
Upgrading
I try to understand. Me I try to get you for say what the listeners them want. You know,
No,
some
remember,
people want.
Can I clarify something, moderator?
Yeah.
Can I clarify something? I
Yeah.
want to clarify something.
Can you what?
Clarify. I want to
Go ahead
give some
and clarify.
clarification.
Go ahead and
It have
clarify.
to be a good thing.
Upgrading
Then
of
after
schools.
Man, I'm not the same I go call.
Upgrading of schools from secondary to high school is a very good thing.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
started in 1986 with Mr. Siaga. First school which was so upgraded was Seafood Secondary School in St. Amat. First one by Mr. Siaga in 1986.
Well, collective maybe they carry on the program, but that's all they did. They never built a
Yeah, man. And I have to give them credit. They continue the program. You're right.
Yeah, they never built
but you see,
brand new school.
you see, guys, a lot of the schools that were on shift during the 70s come down to the 80s. It is because of one reason, and the reason is lack of space. And for the longest a while, government are trying to get off these, get them school where they on shift system for come off a shift system. But however, it still take cash for do all of that because we just don't have the space. And in order for we to have all of these schools that are on shift, in order for us to take off all, and O'Keefe as a teacher, he can probably help in this discussion. In order for us to really successfully do that, we have to build some more school.
Not necessarily, Carl. Not necessarily.
Why?
You have schools here in Jamaica that are underpopulated.
Right, I know.
Yeah, but let us be real, Philippian and Dino. Let us be real. The schools them,
Specialization and regulation. That's what we need.
Hold on, Dino.
Yes,
Dino, hold
and
on,
that is
Philippian. Hold on there. Philippian and Dino, hold on there. Let us be real. You see, the school them were underpopulated. Nobody know want to go there.
No, it's
School
not that.
like
They're in
Holy
rural
Trinity,
area.
like
They're in
yeah,
rural
and
areas.
no, but better have some school. No, but even school in a guys, even school like let me name some school telling you we're underpopulated now, and it's in a urban, it's in a Kingston and St. Andrew. School like A. Selassie, school like Manly Aya, Norman Manly, whatever. School like Holy Trinity. You have a lot of school where in the carpet area were underpopulated. So it's not only in the rural areas. But anyway, I'm bringing O'Keefe here where I say, O'Keefe, come
Okay,
in.
that can work. But anyway, me just have to this. Me not bit long. You know, the debate about schools and who build what and what is me tired right now. But all I know is that yes, they built some schools. None of business if they upgrade it and do so. And I am saying that the our side built a lot next to the church. Why we don't need to go over this again? What we need now to move on is to build this specialized school because we're going into future careers like cyber security.
In the rural areas, you have parents who believe that primary.
By the argument how you people have come with us say we're not short
school.
Yeah, are your time
Can
after?
I can get 10 seconds, please?
Yeah, but Philippines,
Hold on, hold on.
ever
Hold on, no,
attack.
DP, you
Hold
have to
on.
hold off a little bit.
10 seconds.
You have to
I'm
hold
not
off.
gonna like, you know.
Hold on, man. I
DP,
want
just
to say
hold
something.
off.
Hold on.
Me want
I
help
don't
you
want to-
live.
Hang on.
Everybody attack. Me can't hear
Hold
somebody
on.
else step on the live with them
Let me say something to
and
Dino.
then car door
I want to
open
say
and
something
it
to
beep
Dino.
and
Hold
give
on,
me an
D.
idiot. That's all I want to say. Lock on the car door.
Okay.
Be mindful
All right.
of for the
Close.
background and one at a
Thanks.
time talk.
Thanks, DP.
You're
Thanks.
lucky.
Close your mic, Dino. And those who were not talk, everybody else mic did close.
All right. I
Apart
just
from
want to say
Dino.
something to Dino.
All right,
Carl.
go ahead
I want something
and
to
say
Dino before we
make
go.
a contribution, O'Keefe.
I want to say something. I want to say something to Dino
Carl, what I
before
am saying,
I go
I've
in
been
now.
listening to your
Just hold on.
programming. I could have come on because I have class, right?
Okay.
But I've been turning down Glen a little. You know what is mashing up Jamaica?
And about 14 left onto North 46th Street.
Too much.
Who is that? Who is that? O'Keefe, are really you that?
GPS are chipping it again.
Yeah, my guy, but I mean, sure.
Carl, you hear me?
So O'Keefe must you listen to him where Sarah tell him say so. I don't know.
Give me my 3 minutes.
While we are waiting for O'Keefe for coming.
Put on my time. Put on my time card.
Madam Speaker, come
Put on my
in,
time
Madam
card. 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Put it on. I make you answer the question.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Speaker. Yeah, put it on.
All right,
3 minutes.
You're not, Carl, you're not hearing me.
Oh, yeah, we are here you now. We never hear you a while ago. Come in back. Now
Yeah,
put
man,
on
somebody mute me, man.
Nobody no mute you.
All right, give O'Keefe the 3 minutes, Carl. Give O'Keefe the 3 minutes.
All right, O'Keefe. Not believe the point there. So what you say now?
Too much politics, and that is what mashing up Jamaica. From the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, and it come about now. It's mashing up Jamaica. Nobody sees the good that other administration have done, and every backside administration that come to Jamaica have done something for the people of Jamaica. What I'm saying, people gone back from 33 years with FinSac something. Them there is pass is spilled milk. We are debating and know what is going on in the country. What I am saying, Andrew Holness can't come in as a prime minister. 2016. I am not saying that Andrew Holness don't do things that is good, because this is not the PNP that is going to tell you that I am not going to comment Andrew Holness for the crime that goes down. I am a Jamaican. I'm a want to see the crime go down. And if government is in, so I have to give him the credit. Another thing I comment Andrew Holness for, the good things that the PNP put in the pipeline, him carry them out. Him are the only prime minister to continue after left off with a good government was in, because Andrew inherit a good legacy from Peter Phillips and Sister P, and him carry them out. What I'm saying, Andrew, biggest problem why Jamaicans don't love Andrew is corruption. Andrew support too much corruption. When Andrew said in 2015 that him not sit down in the parliament with nobody who corrupt, that is one thing I commend him as a young man. Look, Andrew is 1 year older than me. I commend him to say, you know, let me watch back and see when he win. Let me see what he really I go do. But it's when the corruption start with Andrew, turn me away from Andrew. And my main point I'm saying, we Jamaican need to stop now. We put Andrew as the head of the country. Andrew is the prime minister. Whatever mess up that go on, the prime minister, his government needs to fix it. You cannot go back into the PNP scandal in 35 years ago. That gone already. Michael Manley Democratic Socialism is 15 years. That gone already. We need to come up with strategies to have a better Jamaica. We need to cut out this JLP and PNP sitting and it mash up the country. It mash up the country because PNP is too biased and JLP is too biased. Every government in Jamaica, every government make a contribution.
All right, well said. O'Keefe, well said.
Yeah,
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, are your time? I may put on your time.
Thank you very much. All right, so since 2016, there have not been not one single member of the Andrew Michael Holness administration that has been charged for corruption. As a matter of fact, since Andrew Holness come into power, there has not been one single time when a minister has been fingered as being corrupt and sitting at the parliament as we speak. So when you hear the PNP, the problem that the PNP is having, is that them alone see the corruption. And because of them alone see the corruption, that is why the people of Jamaica is confused. And O'Keefe said people don't love Andrew Holness. I don't know which people he might talk about, because Andrew Holness just getting third term from the people of Jamaica. I mean, I never alien, I never grass, I never tree vote for him. It was the people of Jamaica. So when you say people love Andrew, I don't know what you're talking about. No, of course, if you ask me about the ministries, no, I'm not happy with everything we're going at the ministry. But who run the ministries? The permanent secretary and the public sector workers. Those people who normally put in the constitution that you cannot fire them unless God come. And that is the biggest issue that we have in Jamaica right now. We need public sector reform. We need public sector reform where we can quickly remove a public sector worker when they not do them work. We can quickly fire them. We can quickly suspend them and get rid of them when they not carry out them work. That is what we need. And instead of the PNP say and Mark Golding say, Andrew, we could come together once and for all and do the public sector reform. Where we hold these people accountable and get them out of the system so the thing can run good. We don't get up every day talk about Andrew corrupt. Where is the corruption? Where is the corruption? I don't get up and talk about. Remove them to our next section if we go do more where them are do over so. We need to get if you look at all the reports that the Auditor General sending, 90% of the things where the Auditor General talk about are the public sector workers now do them, 90% of the where you said this, then can't find this voucher for this, then can't get account for this procurement process, no meeting was kept, they can't find no minutes. All of them something that is public sector workers. When are we going to just address the issue once and for all, comrade? When are we going to say, let us come together and get rid of these public sector workers who sit in the system, manipulate the system, do all what they want to do because they know that they cannot be removed. That is the issue of people. That is the issue. O'Keefe.
Well, let me just address something. That's something I said to you, Bunchi.
No. O'Keefe, you don't. O'Keefe, please, may I beg you. I mean, I want insult because they say you're a teacher. You know how you do constitution reform, O'Keefe? Google it. Google how constitution reform is done in Jamaica before you come back for 49 MP. Okay, please. All right.
All right. Yeah, say something. Yeah, say something, Dino.
Yeah, man. Ministers, whether the PNP in power or the JLP in power, the permanent secretary run the day-to-day running of every ministry. But ministers are there as the political head of the ministry. And the minister have regular meetings with the PS. The minister is involved in the financial meeting and everything. You want to say, if you're a good administrator as a minister, you don't call on the PS and say, tell me how such and such go. So you at least have an idea, say something is not going right in the ministry.
Okay, what am I doing? Fire the PS? They can't do anything. They cannot put any.
I realize something not work right. They can call in the auditors and who got prison.
No, me want to ask Munchi a question, Dino. Munchi, where all the legislation took place? In Munchi?
Dino, let me answer you. Sorry, let me answer you, Keith. In order for the country to have any reform as it relates to the constitution, both sides have to agree.
I agree.
They put it in the constitution.
I agree.
So what are you saying?
So you're disingenuous. You're disingenuous speeches. Did the Prime Minister they call a motion in the House to say we want to have a reform of our labor laws in the country? Did they stand up and do it?
All right, maybe answer that. No, calm down. No, okay, we can talk. Okay.
No, man, I mean not, man. I talk.
No, all right. Let me answer. Mark Golding said he's not interested in any constitution reform unless we're ready to discuss us leaving the Privy Council. Him says that don't.
Yes, and I am 100%
exactly. So what are you saying then?
We need to have our own court. We need to have our own court.
We agree upon that. But I'm saying, as it relates, O'Keefe.
All right, Munchi,
to reform.
Don't need to debate on, but the opposition leader and the Prime Minister, they look by him and meeting on that. They're going to talk about that and come to a conclusion.
As it relates to public sector reform, Carl, nothing can be done unless Andrew and Mark sit and agree. That's
and
all I'm saying.
Them agree to meet, though. So
and they don't meet yet.
They don't meet yet.
Munchi, what I'm saying, Munchi, you know Mr. Siaga get the chance to do what fix the country. Mr. Siaga blunder a lot. Mr. Siaga had all 60. Mr. Siaga, listen, man, and learn.
Thank you, Keith. I brought it up earlier.
Mr. Siaga have all 60 constituency and all 20.
And you say he left the 80s and the 90s and the 70s.
No, make him talk. Leave him alone.
No, man, make him talk, man. When it suits him, I'm going to talk about it. Make him talk. When it suits him, I'm going to talk about it. Go on. But it suits him now.
Right, so Mr. Siaga had the whole Senate. And he also had the whole Parliament. You don't think...
No, I never had the whole Senate.
Yeah, look here, the PNP did not contest the election, so there were no place. There were no place for them. Mr. Siaga appoint independent senator.
Hold on, man. Remember that you same way. I don't know much.
Not much. About 4 years.
Mr. Siaga appoint independent, like-minded PNP person to the Senate. If my memory serves me right, Lambert Brown was one.
No, sir, Lambert Brown.
Trevor Monroe, one of them was one.
No, sir, no, Siaga Monroe. No, sir, Monroe got the PJ in time. No, but Monroe never like-minded. Monroe's double PJ in them time.
PNP like-minded people.
No, Carl, stop the biasness now. Mr. Siaga should have done something with the Constitution of Jamaica, fairly for Jamaica people. Him get the chance.
No, but it's not that work. Mr. Siaga was such a gentleman. Hold on, Madam Speaker. Mr. Siaga was such a gentleman that him would want to do that. Him never want to do that.
What to do with this now in 2020? What to do with this information?
Right, Munchi. So I agree with you when you say both political parties need to sit together.
Yes.
And stop talking about the PNP and the JLP and fix the country. If you say we need some, because it's true to the Munchi, we need some labor changes for true. Because some of them damn permanent secretary, they need to come out of the system for truth. We not tell a like of them.
All right. O'Keefe. Remember your talk already. Make Philippian come in now, no? Philippian.
No, you know, I am at work and I'm just listening.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
You guys
All right, make we start back with excellent Wagwan. Come in, no? Who can sit down and talk?
Well, if I'm foolish, they both the opposition and the Prime Minister about the reform of the labor laws or something like that. What I talk about. To get rid of some of them permanent secretary there when I work and not do them job. So
okay, guys, we are gonna lock off 4:15.
All right. Done.
Now lock off 4:15, guys.
Reform. Over 50 years we've been living in. And for a nation that is supposed to be mature, I sit here in America and watch the same thing in tag and war in America in the Senate regarding to lockdown and the government partial lockdown. One decides say we will fund it that the TSA people can get paid. And Trump tell his senator, don't sign on to it because unless enough done to give ice. As big people, I don't know. This tug and war is foolishness. We have 63 present legislators in the House. There are certain sections of the Constitution that need referendum if it is deeply entrenched. There are certain sections that need 2/3 of majority in the Parliament. The tug and war started out many years ago beside what type of president we want, whether executive president or a ceremonial president. And that tug and war go on for a long while. Now we start a tug and war about the highest court. Big people sit down and you discuss and come to a conclusion. Then you carry it back to the nation, make the nation wish what we really want.
Okay.
Agree with the leader then. Because
you believe so, right? Yeah.
Do you know that means you don't agree with the leader? Then
You can't say I don't. No. You can't say I don't agree with him. I'm saying for two big persons, Munchie, sit and discuss it and come to a conclusion and bring it back to the nation.
Right. Mark don't even want to sit. Mark say him not coming to the table unless we agree to leave the Privy Council. And also it go, the people of Jamaica must decide what the final court must be. You don't think so?
If the law. If it is deeply entrenched, they must have a referendum. Yeah. Anything that is deeply entrenched have to go to a referendum.
The Constitution is clear. If both sides cannot agree, then we go to the people. And both sides cannot agree. Okay, that is why we want to go to the people. Nothing is wrong with that.
People. Why go waste?
Travis, my question is
Travis, send your request.
Why
millions of taxpayers' money with this referendum?
Why would we go for a system that deprive the common Jamaican man of justice?
The people will decide, Dancy. I know we are the people. I am saying that. Put it to the people.
If Vibes Cartel never have money, Vibes Cartel are rat in a prison.
But listen, me now, Munchie. If we had for you to, I think before you go to a referendum, you got to educate the people first.
No problem.
You have to educate them. You have several workshops around the 14
no problem.
To educate the people because
no problem.
You see, we went to a referendum in 1961. And it was a more political than anything else. People think it was voting for JLP or voting for PNP. That wasn't a referendum decided to vote for PNP or JLP. It's to decide the future.
See, we can add Travis to me. I mean, I try add him and not get for Adam. See, we can add Travis Philippian.
So you have to educate the nation and let the nation decide whether or not they want to what is best for them,
I agree, Dino. I don't have a problem with that.
But Munchie, the Privy Council, only the rich can go to the Privy Council.
We not disagree. Okay, if we agree.
That's why government should just come out.
And that is not, but me Travis, O'Keefe, me disagree. O'Keefe, I disagree with that.
Carl, it is cost prohibitive, Carl.
I disagree. O'Keefe, O'Keefe. I disagree with that. This foolishness about this only the rich can go to the Privy Council. Not so again. No.
Who can go?
Not so again.
Look here. Explain.
Look here, sir. Let me speak, no man. Let me talk, no man. Please, Philippian.
Overall,
Philippian.
if you're going to the parish court, it's going to cost you.
What I said now.
Philippian. Yes.
Philippian.
Yes.
Hear me now. Hear me, Philippian. O'Keefe and some others always talk about only the rich can go to Privy Council. Not no go so. You don't have to take a plane to go hear your case, child. You can have Zoom.
Have it virtually.
But we have to tell O'Keefe and the rest of PNP will
But let me say this, Carl. Let me say this.
Not
to get a lawyer,
Not only the rich. You don't have to take no
to get a lawyer, it is very expensive. What I would tell someone, stay out of trouble. Because even if you need a judge to represent you in the parish court, it is expensive. Worse, you have a high court matter. It is going to be more expensive.
I don't think the ear fear is the highest cost.
Legal fees are expensive locally as well.
Not as local as the law lords in England.
No, but you carry your own attorney from Jamaica. You can, because they can practice up there as well.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, your advice is good, stay out of trouble, but sometimes trouble find you.
You can't stay right here. You can't stay right here and make representation on behalf of your client through a Zoom. Right here. So stop. The fee, but a one less fee, and as a traveling. One less fee to travel.
You have to pay the Queen's Council judge.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't.
I have 10 more minutes left. Travis, come back. Give him a chance. Give him 10 more minutes me have left. So give back Travis and DP a chance to say something, no? Travis?
Go on, DP. Ask your question, DP.
Well, ask Dino, O'Keefe, well, which are those PMP there?
You.
And you. How many times have you guys ever been arrested?
Never.
Yes or never, right?
Never.
So this is my argument with the whole final court. I now say we shouldn't have a final court. But why are we placing, I'm glad Munshi actually stopped O'Keefe in M trap a while ago. Because he was saying the Prime Minister at 49 MP at one point, he could have made some changes, which that is just showing that he's ignorant to how the process works. The Mark Golden has decided that we are not dealing with nothing unless that one particular thing is dealt with. So all of the reform that we need cannot be done. Why is it so important? And I think less than 1%, even if we had a final court in Jamaica, would need to be using up that final court. Why is so important? That's my question.
Your premise right off of the bat was incorrect. It's not only criminal matters go to the Privy Council. So your premise right there is incorrect. So there are a lot of things that you bring before the court, and if you don't feel like you get the justice you want,
let me interject. So why don't you always use criminal matters, for example, Vice Cartel?
It's just one of the most famous cases that went to the Privy Council.
That's it. The last Privy.
Yeah, but it's not only criminal matters go to the Privy Council. Any matter that you bring before the courts in Jamaica and you feel like get justice fee, you can take it to the Privy Council. So
even the very election after the magistrates are recount, they can't carry go.
Exactly.
But it's the cost of taking it there.
And hold on. Remember that you have to seek leave. So don't make it sound like anybody can just go to the Privy Council. Even the Supreme Court, you have to request leave to go.
Yeah,
you can't just go.
There's a process. There's a process.
Right. So don't make it sound like anybody can just get up and say, I'm moving on. And our judges are
it's your right, It's your right,
That's constitutional right.
That's your right, DP.
Oh my goodness. If it's not granted, how you going to reach? If you're not granted leave, how you're going to reach there? And don't make them go like a foolishness.
Constitutional rights. They have to grant the person.
No, you don't have to. Dino, correct that for me. Because I don't like talk to people when I know them I talk about. Dino, please correct that.
Sure. It's a constitutional right, but you have to seek approval of the
Can you be refused?
If the Supreme Court say no, what you gonna do?
Just tell O'Keefe that, please. Tell me about it.
That's the highest court in Jamaica. And if you say no, granted, what you gonna do? You gonna do?
More likely, we never really see him turn on nobody. Maybe a full case. What they relevant.
That is why we have different levels of justice.
Let me hear, guys. We are wrap up. So let me hear from this person, this Patrick. Let me hear from this person here up top now. Patrick.
No, man.
Patrick?
I listen to the positive conversation, man. And I have nothing to say, man. I listen, man. I love the argument, man. And I have a thing.
Oh, okay.
You're in the box, Patrick.
You see, you're in the box. You see, you're in the box, you know. You could have listened in the comment section, but that's fine. For we wrap up here now still. It's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, man.
Take time with the man. Sometimes people are tap and it automatically send requests. So
yeah, man.
Take time
yeah,
with
we
the
understand that. But continue for a few more minutes. Where we are
but you see what I'm all going to call? O'Keefe was trying to mislead the panel to say it's your constitutional right. Like you have to, once you say me want to go to the final court, you have to go. You have to seek leave.
Yeah,
and you can be denied.
You have to do everything.
What I'm saying, as long as it's sensitive, very sensitive.
Sir, no. There is not, no, do not confuse.
You have to firstly exhaust all the privilege granted to here, local court.
And
once
do not confuse
you
the
don't
two.
get any justice, you can apply for it, but it must go through our head court here in Jamaica.
But Dino, not only that, what I'm saying is after you exhaust everything in Jamaica, you still have to apply for leave to go to the
I just said the same thing.
No. But you might make it sound like no, Dino. Okay, stop shout.
We need our court.
Stop shout.
We need our court. No, you can't.
But I'm saying, even if the CCJ, which that is what Margolin wants, we still have to apply to go there.
Same thing, same procedure.
And you can be denied. All I'm saying is let's not just talk in silo like to say.
Beg you a second. Because you see, I've been listening to this conversation maybe about over a year now. And I realize the conversation is more along party lines and the interest of fairness and justice is just out the window.
It's coming from the two sides. It's coming from the two sides.
You see why a referendum doesn't work?
Oh my God.
You see why a referendum doesn't work?
I listen, in all fairness, I listen to everyone.
I ask you a question. We are just discussing. I said the bias is coming from both sides. That's what you're saying, don't?
Mr. O'Keefe, if you don't understand my words, let me go over it again. I have listened to the conversation, meaning in a one person attack or one side attack. And it has always been about party and never about justice. The pursuit and the interest of justice is not the main course.
And
So me ask you, say you agree, say that the two political parties hold on Jamaica.
No, sir. One part.
No, you are putting my argument further than it actually is, because how hold on Jamaica come into what I said?
Because we have some little constitution right, so we need.
Okay, respectfully, just mute your mic, let me say me.
One part just
because you're not making sense. You're making process a bit longer than we're supposed to. Okay, you put the conversation into disrepute. You are making the conversation, you put the conversation in disrepute, okay. That's what you're doing. Because you just come and cuss.
We only have 3 more minutes. We only have 3 minutes, sir.
He's now descending.
Travis, use up the time wisely.
I beg that you listen to understand and not to reply.
Well, Travis made a point, and the point Travis made that the same thing Munchi just talked about. That is why we need an educational program before we enter reform, because people don't understand and they go party-wise. They're not thinking what is best for you. They vote party-wise.
All right. And that I can understand. And that's a conversation we can have. And that is why I said the conversation has always been along party lines, and the pursuit of justice, the interest of getting justice is on the back burner. That's the sad part of it. And given that we're in a time that we're so politically divided, it's only fair that we stick to the first agreement, which is to proceed on matters to which we agree on. What do I mean by that?
But Travis,
the constitutional reform process can be advanced and leave in the final court for later.
But Travis, we should be mature enough as a nation that is 60-year-old now.
We should, but the truth is we're not.
Sit down. Two leaders supposed to sit down and iron it out and we go back to the people.
Dino, the truth is we should be mature enough, but that is what that is the truth. But you know what is also a fact? That we're not.
Can I substantiate your argument,
we're not.
Travi? Dino.
We would have
Quickly,
seen it in the
Chavi.
Vibes Cartel case that you yourself would have
No,
referenced.
but Isaac says
We
that
see
in
hold on,
personal
Philippians.
So you're
to Privy
saying,
Council.
Philippians, wait, guys,
Isaac
just
said
hold on.
that.
Just hold on the Philippians. Because I try to make a point and questions that come left, right, and center, right? Let me answer even the most recent question. You reference the Vibes Cartel case. So to ask what is the benefit of
yes,
holding on to the Privy Council is
yes.
really a disingenuous question.
No,
It really is.
so you're saying that we cannot, our justices in the Caribbean could not have delivered the right adjudication.
All right, what?
Saying that we have
Philippians,
competent
let me
judges
answer
in
the
Jamaica,
question. Allow me to
and
answer.
we are looking about. We are also going down the road where we can have our own look.
I'll say I'm going to stop. I'm going to go live. So, Chavi, you can come explain the whole thing to me over my life. Because Philippines don't listen to nobody.
Guys, it was nice. All right, Uncle
Before
Carl,
you leave, Carl, there's something. The program this morning cut off while you were talking. I was trying to explain. When you said I got a doctorate, you know, the DPL means Doctors of Law.
It's a doctoral degree, Dino.
Yes, a doctoral degree. A doctoral. A doctoral.